Welcome to the Blunts and Brews Show. I'm your host, Sticc. We have a special guest today, Prince Sav.
I started this mother. Can I cuss?
Yeah, you can say what the fuck you want to say. This
good.
is not PG.
30 seconds before they started, nigga, they let off fireworks right next door. I'm like, that's how you do a Prince Savage.
Yes.
I respect that shit.
Fireworks going off. It's about to go boom on them.
Oh, God.
Man, so let's do a quick background and shit as far as you as an artist and stuff. Where you from? Where you from originally and stuff?
Compton, California.
Compton, California. Okay. And how long have you been in Arizona?
It's complicated. I've been really firm here since 2012.
Okay.
But I have a low budget family here, so I've been back and forth in the South Side even before that.
So this is almost like a home away from home.
Yeah, this and Dago.
But you have family here and you have family here. You go back and forth to see family. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I get it. I got family in California too. Like I'm kind of like a Calizonian.
That's what I pretty much am at this point. They say when you're here 10 years, I mean, I'm on my 10-year mark with a few months when it's 2022. 2012, 2022. So once you're 10 years, they say you pretty much here. So
right.
I might as well be in there.
You went to high school here?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm 20.
Well, yeah, you could technically say you're not from here then. Okay. If you ain't went to high school here. If you went to school here, you from here.
I went to now the crazy part about that is though, because I went to Centennial, that's in East Compton.
Okay.
And when I was telling people that, you went to Centennial? I guess there's a Centennial out here, and I didn't know that. So I was like, yeah, you went here? No, I went in Compton. What the fuck? I didn't know
I didn't even know that motherfucker.
Yeah, I didn't know. So I went to Centennial. I went to Crawford in Southeast Dago.
Okay.
I was a trouble kid.
Well, okay.
I was getting kicked out, suspended, expelled, all that shit.
I understand. I've had a similar kind of background. And I got kicked out of the whole Phoenix Senior High School district, and had to fight the way to get back into school and stuff. And eventually graduated though. You know what I'm saying? So, it'll be a struggle and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Living this life. You know what I'm saying? It has its ups and downs.
I feel like it's a blessing because it toughens you up for the real world. So if you can survive that, it's like Snoop. You can survive anything after that.
Right.
Once you get to that maturity level to where, okay, this ain't me no more. This is once upon a time. But them wounds still come with a blessing and a lesson.
Right. Yeah. Like them wounds do come with a blessing and a lesson. It's a learning, growing pains. Growing pains. That part. How long have you been actively in music?
I used to write when I was 12, 13.
Okay.
And then I have a famous uncle that boxed. He passed away back in 20 years.
You have a famous who?
A boxer.
Boxer.
So I went to the trades of boxing, and I did that from 13 up until, and I'll play music here and there. I would write when I was 12. I made songs at 19, 20, but never really put them out. But just was playing.
It's just it's like a hobby.
Yeah,
it's just kind of fun.
Boxing was my first.
So boxing was your first real love, like so for some people it's basketball.
Yeah,
but yours is boxing.
But I always
since 13.
Yeah.
Wow, was you in the Olympics or you ever did any Olympic boxing?
I didn't do the Olympics, but I was in the amateurs.
Okay.
And then I did pro, so I was in the field.
Oh wow, how many fights have you been in?
23 and 0.
Oh wow, 23 and 0. Oh, so you know how to throw them dimes. Yeah. That's good to know. I'm gonna be in a fight.
I know we talked about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually be in the fight. This is gonna be my first actual boxing, my first legal fight, I guess.
Right. Fact, I was trained by Jeff Mayweather too.
Okay, who's that?
That's one of the uncles of Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, that's Floyd. You were trained by him. Mm-hmm. Okay, wow.
Not Floyd, but
yeah. No, it's all good. It's in the bloodline.
But we would see him spar every now and then. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Okay. Jeff is dope. That's before the Money Floyd, there's Pretty Boy Floyd. That's where Jeff took a lot of. He would train a lot with Roger. You see what I'm saying? So when it came to Money Mayweather, that's when it was Roger and Floyd Sr. taking over. You see what I mean?
Is boxing something that you still want to pursue, or
I do, but that comes with what you go about. What you asked about music, where it's so primarily 2015.
Okay,
that's what I've been doing music for real.
Right.
Because a lot of shit happened that year. I had a lot of injuries. I had a car accident the year prior that just fucked me off. I had surgery in 4 different places.
Oh, wow.
And it was just like I couldn't get back into that regular boxing.
Right. Have to rehabilitate and shit.
Yeah, I went to prison on some shit I'm not gonna get into.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I understand.
And once I got out, me and a few people started to try to do music.
Okay.
Shout out to Pharrell Fletcher.
So when you got out, so first your boxing career was primary everything, right?
It was, but I was like, I probably need to find an alternative just because these injuries.
Right. So when you got injured, you decided that music, I need to try to release differently.
And then it's turned out that music is okay.
Okay.
And I've always loved it. So
when you get to a point that you was confident, like I could do this.
I was always confident because I always had an ear for it. You know what I mean?
I mean, which track that you made that you heard that pressed you? I mean, because as an artist, as you evolve and stuff, you like there's a track, every artist makes a track that that makes you feel like, damn,
really,
I went in.
Really, there's layers to that. You see what I mean? Okay. So my first track for that, it had to be Checkmate with Willie North Pole.
Okay, you did a track with Willie North Pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, that showed me like I can do this because this nigga fucking with it. He was he was not begging, but he's like, nigga, put me on that shit. Nigga, you already established. So I'm like, for real? Okay, we did a music video. We got this on YouTube. You know,
right.
We did all that, and then I'm like, okay, so now I started to boost my confidence up.
Okay.
By 20.
That was your first track with Willie?
No, that was my first track with Willie. Yes, but that wasn't my first track.
That wasn't your first track, though.
No.
Okay.
Slick Rick was my first track.
Slick Rick was your first track?
Yeah.
Slick, how got to get an opportunity to meet Slick Rick?
No. I didn't do a feature with Slick. I made a song called Slick Rick.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I never met Slick Rick.
Like, when you get the chance to meet Slick.
That'd be dope though if I did. No,
he's a legend.
Yeah, I do have. I met a few people though. This from boxing and doing music.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you met a lot of people through your boxing relations.
Yeah.
Okay.
We met Drake because he was real close to Floyd.
Okay.
Lil Wayne because he used to rap him out type shit. We met E40 and I'm from Cali and he's from Cali. That's a sad part. We met in like Vegas and we would go to Vegas a lot for fights and stars come out there. Jay-Z, Beyonce, football players and all types. So,
man, I'm glad that you're coming to this point because you know there's a lot of controversy going on right now as far as what people perceive about you when they see some of your music and stuff. When they see your name and then they see a name like Nipsey Hussle featuring Nipsey Hussle. And motherfuckers, some people like, is this clickbait or did he actually do this track with Nipsey?
It was real.
So this is what I wanted to create this platform so we can get this out.
Yeah.
How do you get a chance to meet Nipsey Hussle?
Oh man, oh my God. Okay. So that primarily it has something to do with boxing, but at the same time it don't because the relationship with Nip Ermias goes way before boxing.
So you know him by his government.
Yeah, I don't call him. You wouldn't call him that, but rest in peace. You wouldn't call him that, but I know him by Nip was a LA hero. You see what I'm saying? This nigga be at picnics back in the day, doing protests and getting Bloods and Crips and Green Rags and all type of making a movie.
Shit, he was really bringing people together.
Yeah, and
wow.
Then you got out of prison and they clicked the fuck up. That's really before people really got to know that man. He was already something in LA.
Right. The community already knew him before the world knew him.
Yes.
He made his mark in his community first.
And if you really fuck with him, he was real easy to find. The nigga owned the shop for years now. And it's not, he had places that he'll be at besides the marathon. You know what I mean? So the nigga wasn't,
he wasn't hard to find.
No. So he was fucking with, he used to fuck with Floyd tough.
Okay.
And
okay. So that makes sense how you would get a chance to meet him because you're getting trained by Floyd's brother.
That part.
Okay.
Uncle.
His uncle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then really it started with Fredo Santana, rest in peace, Fredo. When they came to LA years back, he was just giving a lot of people opportunities like Maxo Cream, Bankroll, Freddie, Money Joe.
That's some niggas just showing love. Like with the new artists, like I give you something.
He would know me from just certain places type shit and boxing. So when I started doing music.
How did Nipsey find out that you was an artist as well?
Damn, how did that happen? That was big. I think by Fredo.
Oh, okay. So somebody told him.
Yeah, by
Like, man, check outside, man.
Yeah, because I didn't even know Willie knew I was doing music at the time.
Okay.
Willie North Coast. So it just, my name was just starting to.
So, okay, so people started telling them, and then they tapped into you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And we did the song in Capitol Records. It was probably October, maybe early November of 2018.
Okay.
The thing with that was the original song to it, because the rest, like you hear it, it's like if you heard "Life Is Good" by Drake and Future, there's two parts of the song.
Right.
It's the same hook, but it's kind of a different feel. And I'm gonna explain that real quick. Okay. Because when we originally made the song, he was still alive, so it was kind of happy, upbeat. Legends never die. That's the real deal. It was just happy.
Right.
So, and I was doing songs. I had songs.
I noticed that the track has been it's a year old.
Yeah.
And Nipsey's been there for what, about 2 years now?
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't come out until
I understand how we do music, and you try to release tracks, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you sitting on keys.
You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow too.
Right. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
You're sitting on work so long, and it's just like, damn, man.
Yeah, so when we did it, it was a different feel. It was happy. Like, we was really planning on me and this nigga named, it's a GD nigga with my GD, shout out to the Chicago niggas. I had put Laz in it last right before Nipsey passed, but I'm good, bro. Thank you though. But my nigga G-Rap.
Okay.
We was on the song, and we was planning on doing it at a Compton picnic. Like, just everybody, the kids playing around, mama dancing and shit like that. It's that type of.
So y'all actually was having conversations about having putting together the video for this song.
Right. And we was prolonging, doing it, and then probably like 5 months later, he got killed. Yeah, so when that happened, and losing it's not like losing a celebrity. That's really like losing one of your best friends.
Right.
You really knew this man before anybody. It's so crazy. It's like, I know you got a lot of celebrity friends that you know personally, or to the world they know him as that celebrity, but you know them as who they is.
Like my brother. So
yeah, and then we had just lost Fredo, rest in peace, Fredo 2 the year prior. So it was just like, bro, what the fuck going on? People that was trying to help me get in is passing on, and I don't have nobody else at this point.
Damn.
Willie's my cousin, but no disrespect, we don't.
You see each other like communicate like that much. I understand. I have family members that I love, but we don't always get a chance to communicate.
So I know what to do, because I'm like, damn, I don't got no one else at this point in this industry to that nature.
Okay.
Because like you said, really, we don't communicate like that. So I sat on it for a few months, and then I just like I at this point, after that happened, because that was crucial, I can't put the song out as it is. So I want to do something different for my version, because my hook. So I changed my part of the song, the beat, to like a more sad, just the feel of, damn, this is what I'm feeling like now. It was just supposed to be just a regular song. You feel me? But after that, it was like, now I wanted it to be like, I'm speaking to my nigga type shit. Like,
right.
So when you listen to the first half of it, that's what people really, really clicked the most. It got so many views off the shit, bro. And there was like that first half of it, like you was really like praying, like trying to talk to you. I'm like, that's what I wanted to get out.
Right. So, like you talking to him.
The way I was doing,
so I gotta check out the track again. I got a chance to listen to, but I just gotta get a chance to listen to it.
Like, dude, when you first hear it, like the hook is not this. My hook is slowed down. It's more sad. My verse is so different. I changed the verse. The beat is different. The vibe of what I'm giving out.
Right. The beat did change and stuff.
Yeah, because now he did. So it's like now I'm just it's a different type of vibe that I'm trying to give out for my part.
Okay.
But I don't want you to think that this is just an all around sad song. So we have no choice, but we leaving the rest of the song the way it is, to let you know that he passed on, but this is like his last words, and this is what he want to give to y'all.
I've never heard that verse before. That Nipsey spit.
No, he's done it like in a different way than other songs. But they're not really.
I've never heard that verse.
Yeah, no one.
I'm a Nipsey Hussle fan, so I was listening to what he was saying. I'm like, because look, when you have a track like when you have a verse, you have a song that has an artist that's famous as Nipsey, at that nature, and then people automatically think, well, this is clickbait. how could he possibly know Nipsey? How could he possibly know this person? And then the people are asking questions, and that could either be either they want some form of validation or they hating.
And I gave that too when it first came out. Because okay, we're gonna really get to the nitty gritty real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Let's get to it.
So yeah, let's do that. So
I think a lot of people need to know this and shit.
And when I say what I'm about to say, it's not reiterating beef or reiterating problems, but I'm talking about what happened at that time. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with now. But if niggas get offended, fuck it. I'm savage. So I don't really give a fuck. But okay. At the time, it was we need this, we need that. I provided copyright.
Okay.
It was put on the radio. It was put on Pandora. You need copyright for that.
Right.
And Lauren London even tweeted twice and like shouted me out about that shit.
Wow. Lauren London tweeted and you shouted.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got full confirmation from this.
Yeah. We've been.
Wow.
And his brother Sam.
Wow.
Like, what?
You got receipts like that? You got receipts for that?
I got receipts like that.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? Those are heavy receipts, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. So let's get into the real shit. So the only niggas that was really I'm like, who's that? Okay. So the only time that really happened was at the time, shout out to Pharrell Fletcher. Like I said earlier, we were starting this little group, 2020 gang people knew about, but we just went our separate ways because that wasn't working. Plus 2020, the year was coming up, so it's like, nigga, it's kind of weird coming to sell 2020 and 2022, 2023. So I took my people and went a different way, and people, they had to figure it the fuck out.
Right.
So there's people that were supposed to be on that song. But let me backtrack. So there's people who was supposed to be friends, but they was just using these to a certain clout. Because even before that song, I was already buzzing. Remind you, I had dropped Money Calling the month or the year before, and that LA is still talking about that shit.
Money Call,
and it's 2 years later. So I was already.
So you was picking up some speed.
Yeah, doing something. So niggas was trying to hang on that didn't really fuck with me, but acted like they did. But I had went through certain obstacles in my life that showed that, nigga, y'all not down for me like that. Okay. So let me just fall back. So the idea when I was saying, I'm gonna try to get y'all on the song with you, it never happened. I never put them on this shit. So because they weren't on it, they tried to come at, you see what I mean?
Right.
And then that started a whole big thing where I'm like, nigga, first of all, this is a California situation. I got validation from everybody in the family. Y'all niggas is from Chicago. You don't know what the fuck going on. You mad because you ain't on the shit. Let's be real about that. You mad because you ain't doing nothing. It's been a year at this point. Y'all niggas ain't did shit with y'all lives because I left y'all where the fuck y'all at. But look at why I left y'all the fuck y'all at. Y'all ain't shit. Let's be real about that. So that's really what really the controversy was, where niggas was just mad because they got left behind, and I'm happy I left them behind.
Wow. Okay. So, do you think that's what created this rumor?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was there. They came at me. It was a back and forth thing for like a whole 2 weeks on Facebook because they was.
Oh wow! So they tried to expose you.
Yeah,
and this issue has been put out there or something.
Yeah, that happened like 2 days after we dropped the song.
But that happened this year?
No, last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever I say, if niggas want to get offended, that's fine. But I'm not.
No. That's what this shit is about. Yeah. That's what this shit is about.
So I'm saying what happened last year.
Right.
When that shit really.
Because I don't know about this shit. I'm just kind of catching. I'm just catching heat to some of this stuff right now. I've heard some of your music as you sent it to me. The number of bangers. I like the Four Horsemen. I play some of your music. Your music is nice. You have dope chorus. You have a nice flow. You know what I'm saying? A fast, dope flow. You know what I'm saying? So I can't deny the music. The music's real. The music's dope. But when you see stuff like that and stuff, you see when you see Nipsey Hussle, you see your name attached to it, and you see like 4,000 views and stuff like that, or you see the even you got a track with what's his name, NBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a sense, I don't really consider it a track because he didn't rap on it, but yeah.
But he's on the hook, right? Yeah. It sounds like him on the hook. It's a hot track. It's honestly a hot track, and that makes people curious. Like, wow, he got some. Yeah. How did he know these people? And then the track has 1,000 views on it and stuff. He's like, well, it should have more views than this.
At the time, because I just got to 1K subscribers type shit, so the music is starting to progress. Beforehand, because I had a music that this kind of ties into what you saying. I had a distribution deal, not a deal, but distribution deal with Capital. Because somebody I know that's from the hood that works in there.
Right.
So
you got plugged in.
I got plugged in. That's pretty much it. It's like full circle to just so many layers of reasons to how I know certain people type shit. You know what I mean? And that didn't work out just because views is going up on their side because it's under them, but it's not reaching them back to me. You see what I mean? Because people, they know you because they putting you out, but they making most of the money. And I still got 500 motherfucking subscribers on YouTube. What the fuck going on here?
Hold up, man.
Yeah.
Money in the wrong pocket.
Yeah.
I need that.
That's so it's like, it's a benefit and a curse because you get to interact with these people,
they try to take high percentage of the money.
Yeah, but the company is taking, exactly. So it's like,
so that would bring it to a point where it's a standstill, like, nah.
That part.
Like I said, I'm not willing to give up my money.
That part. That's really,
we're not negotiating about my money.
I don't give a fuck how big y'all
don't count my money. Stop counting my money. You need to count your money.
Count what you got. Don't
right. You steady over here looking at my chips and shit. Now you want some of my shit.
That part.
Absolutely not.
But how that came about, I'm not gonna mention her name, but it was really a friend. He's locked up right now, so shout out to NBA. He real. Really.
Wow.
A lot of artists.
Did you get a chance to work in an artist, or did they send the actual? They said
no. We was in the studio.
Oh wow! So you actually got in the studio?
Yeah, I got the wave files and all that shit.
Wow.
So, but before I get into that, like there's artists do this shit in AZ, but you just don't really hear about it because they stay in their lane. Like Young Face, what's the other nigga name?
Face just did this track with Boozy.
Yeah, like because we opened up for Boozy. That's twice. And they took him to, I think it was a salt mine or something like that. And you can get, if you can get close to him, you can get that with the artist.
Okay.
Because Justice was doing thing of the hardest performance tonight. Boozy gonna do a free, verse. I didn't win, but it's all right. But it's happened. Yeah, I was in there. You
end up making a plug.
Yeah, and there was another situation with Offset, Mo3 last year. Rest in peace to Mo3.
Wow. I think he was in that atmosphere around.
Yeah, like Boozy. No, not the Mo3 one. I just heard about it because I seen the videos. He was in the studio with one of Big Doobie's people or something like that.
Okay. That's love.
Yeah, so it can happen. You just got to be.
You guys got to be in the right place at the right time. And be able to know how to move right.
That part. So when NBA was here, he was only here for literally like a day. It was last year in the pandemic. It was like them. You don't know where to find them concerts unless you really know somebody type shit. But they will be packed when they're like, how the fuck is this packed like this and nobody here type? I forgot where he was at here, to be honest. I was fucked up that night. I was with who was I with? I think I was either with Laz or Smooth or something like that.
Okay.
I think it was no, it wasn't Smooth. No, he was there, but he was with me at the show, but I don't think he was there at the after the show, at the studio type shit. Because at the time, I don't think he knew that was possible. Because I was like, "Hey, you trying to go to the NBA Young?" I remember. Okay, yeah, I remember the conversation. Because I'm like trying to go to the NBA Young Boy show. He don't like that type of music. You know, he like different type of shit. I do. Okay. He was like, "No, I don't really give a fuck." You know, but I think he went anyway. Okay. But he wasn't staying. He didn't stay because he don't fuck with that nigga's music. That's your prerogative type shit. But the next day when we did a little snippet. It was a studio shit. And he's like, so how come you didn't tell me you was doing a song with him? Nigga, I didn't know I was doing a song with him. That just motherfucking happened. You should have stayed. Like, you wanted to leave. Yeah.
So somebody got impatient and dipped.
That part.
And missed out.
That part.
And you was there for it. You got to receive on that end.
Oh God! But
got the pass.
Yeah, so we was at the show. The show was dope. We did it. We opened up. We was one of the open up people.
That situation just came across. Just out of nowhere. Fuck it, let's do something.
The nigga was so quick with it. He was like,
he jumped on the hook like, nigga, okay, let's go.
But I remember like, he was like, I'll do the verse just because we here. He did the fuck out that verse, but he's not. No, he did the hook. I mean, I'll do the hook, but if I do a verse, I gotta charge them niggas 10 G's.
He said, y'all gotta pay me. He said, that's where the little stop.
Yeah, like, if I give y'all a verse, you gotta pay 10
racks. You gotta pay me now.
We don't got that on us right now, but you take what the fuck you can get.
Right, man, hell yeah, I take the hook.
Yeah,
running with that.
So we made the best of it. Type shit.
That's right. So that help people understand, like, you know what I'm saying, creating narratives, creating situations, you know, telling people what's up, because a lot of people they come with they assume things or they perceive things to be like there's a lot of people that do clickbait out here.
You know I know. We ain't gonna say the names though. I know who you're talking.
No, well, I'm not. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying people. I'm not talking about anybody in general. I'm just saying people went online.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of clickbait online. I'd be tapping in and shit, trying to look at some shit, and then I'll be like, watch the whole video, and these motherfuckers don't say nothing about what the fuck this shit just said. I'm mad than a motherfucker. Like, nigga, where's it at?
You listen to our shit, like from Checkmate to So Saucy, because Playboy Cardi's on that one.
Okay.
That got like 20K, and that's before that was before Checkmate.
Okay.
You listen to God Family Gang with the Nip song, Nipsey Blue with NBA. We did One Shells with Young Nudie type shit. Like, it's the same. They talking the same shit. It matches, and even they even say names like shit. Like what he said. He on the music video, so I don't gotta talk about that.
Said I'm in the
but he said my name.
We got the visual.
Yeah, but he said my name on that motherfucker. So
right.
Yeah, so it's like you hear it. So it's just like, it's not like.
You think people are trying to make this a high something that they talk about so that people can overlook the music?
Yeah. But my music too good at the same time where that hasn't happened yet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, my real fans, because you can see like live videos of me nipping certain people on my old Facebook page from 2, 3, 4 years ago.
Okay.
Type shit. So it's like, I can do that, but I can't do a song with the nigga though. And I've been me in the studio with Baby Bash. I got on this page. I got pictures of me and that nigga type shit. So it's like I said, right place, right time, and just who you know type shit. Right. So it's like you just have to grind hard. Like, I
heard that the grind don't stop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you say you met a lot of connections through your boxing.
Yeah.
What you said, 23 and or 28 and 0?
Oh, I wish 23 and 0.
23 and 0. I wish. You said I need them 5 more.
I need them 5 more.
How many KOs?
18.
18 up. That's nice. You heavy at it.
Yeah, I'm left-handed too. Southpaw.
Left-handed. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's nice. Well, wait.
I was at I'm big now. 154. My younger years.
At 154. You looking heavy.
I know.
I'm looking like you about 200.
No, nigga, 220. Nigga, 220 now. But I ain't boxed in 5 years. Okay, so that was my early years.
Okay, yeah. Well, you said you started since you was 13.
Yeah, that was. I probably was even smaller then, but I'm saying at like 17, 18, 150.
I bet you got trophies and shit, huh?
Yeah. I got a belt. I got my belt still.
You got a belt?
Medals.
You got the belt. We got title holder up there, man. Hey.
Yes. Shout out to WBO. When I got to 19, 20, that started to be like 154. No, when I was 17, 18, 154. When I got to 21, 22, it was 160. Mm-hmm. And then I started bouncing from 160 to 168. That's middleweight, super middleweight.
Okay.
The last fight was at 160. It was on a shadow card with not Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view with Conor McGregor, but it was a night before, like at Carson to boost that up. It was the same broadcast and Showtime.
He was on the actual Showtime fight?
No, it was one of them fights you got to look on like Facebook to watch.
I was in there.
Yeah, like it's not. They're not gonna put it on TV, but you could just find it just to hey.
It's an undercard though.
Yeah, well, yeah, in a sense it's an undercard because the fights that night of Floyd's fight was the undercard, but it was kind of like I don't even know.
It's the night before.
Night before, yeah.
Like, so this is just something for why there's people that's flying in.
It's like if you watching. To me, it's like if you watching the Super Bowl Sunday, but Saturday we gonna have this baseball game for you.
Right.
In the same stadium.
To watch while you're here.
Yeah, that's what that was. My last fight was that. I did real good, but I just I was already in that process of music.
You won by knockout that fight, or you won technical?
Knockout.
What round?
11.
Oh yeah, you worked them out. You breathing, man. 11 rounds.
And I didn't smoke at that. I did, but
what age?
When I started smoking?
No, when you was fighting that last fight.
2000. It had to be before I hit 25. 2017.
Oh yeah, you breathing good.
So that was because Floyd's fight was like August 30th, 2017.
Okay.
This was the Friday, August 29th, 2017. So I had to be 24, and my birthday's September 3rd. So I was turning 25 a few days prior to that.
Okay.
A few days after that.
While you were boxing, were you smoking weed and stuff?
When I was boxing, no. I like if I was on my off periods, I would. But if I'm training or some shit like that, I don't drink, I don't smoke.
You didn't really probably start indulging into really getting high off of weed until probably like after you were pretty much done boxing, right?
Yeah, but there was a period where I wasn't boxing, like 17, 18 type shit. I was trying to get my education, and I started smoking at 14, 13 type shit.
You indulge, but
but
you can't continually smoke because you would be taking don't they drug test you guys?
Back then, when it came to amateurs, not really. Like if you gave them like a reason, but
so
not
they
as
don't
much.
always drug test you.
Now they do.
Now they do.
And it don't matter if you the amateurs, Olympics, pros. Back then, they was they do it one time, and you don't got a drug test for like 6 months to a year type shit.
Do they have something like that out here, like for amateurs?
Boxing?
Yeah.
Shout out to I forgot my nigga name. I think he works with him. Rick. I forgot the nigga name. I'm gonna just pull his name up real quick. But his programs. Shout out to Keenan Carbonell. He's doing his first Showtime card here.
Okay.
At the Chase Stadium. What's it called there? What's the
Bank One Stadium?
Bank One Stadium on November 13th.
Okay.
Jose Benavidez and card. That's also somebody I know.
Diamondbacks they on the big stage.
Yeah, Rick Griffin.
Okay. And there's gonna be a boxing match there?
Yeah, so that's someone who works with people like trying to get into amateurs and shit, but trying to get pros. That's a person to get to. I personally haven't worked with him, but I heard so much about the nigga.
Okay,
and he's dope.
Man, we gotta. It'd be nice to create a champion in this city, wouldn't it?
We got one.
Where? Who is it?
David Benavidez.
David Benavidez.
He's been champion twice. He was the youngest WBC champion.
He's the champion right now.
Okay, let's get into that. Okay, we still do. Keenan Carbonell is the WBC Latin champion.
Okay,
that's my boy. We got an interview coming out with Boxing Ego that's dropping next month before his fight.
Okay,
so he's a champion, but David Benavidez is that champion. They're trying to get him to fight Canelo.
Oh, okay. So
he was champion, and then he lost
prime time.
Yeah, he's big.
Okay.
He's big time. He's on. I think it's about to be on pay-per-view.
Okay.
It's Arizona, like for Arizona's first Showtime pay-per-view fight.
Is he undefeated or is he?
He's undefeated. Yes.
Okay. So he's about to really get a chance to either fall or ball.
He's gonna ball. He's not falling, bro. He's too good. Like, okay, so the first time he lost his belt was a year or two prior. He got caught with cocaine in the system. And that was
He ain't losing, but he ain't losing no fight.
No, he ain't losing no fight. He lost his belt to WBO, I believe, this year because he lost all the weight.
Something that one of these supplements that they take sometimes, like the athletes take some different type of supplements, and then sometimes every year it changes what's legal and what's not. Legal.
Yeah, because one of Canelo's people, I forgot the name, Oscar Valdez, just got pinched for amphetamine.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, and they still let him fight, but they said that's an illegal substance that you can't take. But back then, because I got diabetes now, I was taking that back. I'm trying to take that.
And that's in like some of these.
It's not like a steroid, but it's like if you have like a weight condition, losing weight, diabetes, like something serious, it's a pill to take to help you get more stamina to be in the gym and do what you got to do.
Wow, gives you energy.
Yeah, and back then it wasn't. That's when I heard about it. I was like, "That's an illegal substance." Like,
right.
But you need a prescription to get it though. So like, because it's that, you can't take that. But I was like, "Damn, I would have got caught back in the day." Because I was taking that like a motherfucker. But he just got pinched for that and almost got suspended. Almost lost his belt, but they let it slide because he's saying he don't know how it got in the system. But it's like, right. Unless you're in Mexico, because you can get it there anywhere. If you he a Mexican American, right. You're not getting that shit just anywhere in America. You have to get a prescription.
So you have to get a prescription to get there.
Yeah. So it's certain things. Canelo got pinched for a clenbuterol 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago for the Triple G's second fight. He got suspended for 6 months and they allowed him to fight. You know, Big Baby Miller is supposed to fight Anthony Joshua, who just got his ass beat yesterday, which I'm enjoying.
Man, dude, what are you thinking about this this new thing that's going on right now with white fighters knocking out black fighters now?
What you mean?
Oh, it's happening. There's something. The niggas got to get back to basics right now. I mean, look, Wilder got knocked out by Fury.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you said that, but continue.
Nate Robinson, I know he's not a boxer, but damn.
Nah, we can't count that.
We got to count that. Fuck that. That white boys is knocking niggas out right now. This is fucked up.
But okay.
What else? Who else just got beat up by a white boy right now? Oh, shit. The boxer, the MMA nigga just got beat up. Joshua just got beat up by Jake.
No, Anthony Joshua got beat up by Ukraine fighter Alexander Usyk. That was just so I'll add that because that's funny because Anthony Joshua. I'll get to that in a minute. But the MMA fighter, I can't believe. Shit.
Do you think evolution?
Jake Paul.
Back in the days, boxing used to be pretty much black dominant sport
and Mexican. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tyrone Woodley is who you talking about.
Right, Tyrone Woodley.
But do you really think that he won that fight though?
People are evolving right now as far as in boxing right now. Are they a threat right now in boxing? Do people underestimate the white fighter?
I guess it really depends on who it is. Like if it's Caleb Plant, that's someone not to be slept on. But
do you think that some people just go in thinking that they can just beat the white boy up? Automatically, that's what they go in there automatically.
Yeah, Devin Haney did. Yeah, so he said,
I'm just gonna beat the white boy up.
He even said it. I ain't losing the white boy, and they got backlash for that. So people think that way, but it's like
you gotta put in your work. That white boy want to win too.
Yeah, but
that white boy trying to win too.
Okay, so you said two that I kind of like. I want to talk about. So Tyrone Woodley and Jake Paul.
Okay.
Tyrone Woodley is 39 years old, never been in a boxing ring before, and he almost slept this nigga. He almost slept the white boy. You see what I'm saying?
He wanted to grab that nigga so bad.
He did.
He wanted because that's his natural way of fighting.
But do you think Jake Paul would have that same luck if it was a Jamal Charlo?
If he fight a real boxer?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because Woodley has to control himself in this condition fighting.
He didn't do bad.
He's not used to fighting where he has to control himself.
Yeah.
Because everything is a pretty much go when you fight MMA. Mm-hmm. So he wanted to grab him. He really wanted to dump him.
He did.
You can see that every time he grabbed him, he like, oh.
And Conor did when he fought Floyd. He wanted to grab him, and back punch him, and all that other. Yeah. So
they want to ground and pound.
Like if you keep fighting, okay. You 4-0. You only had 4. You fighting MMA dudes who've been. You're not even fighting prime MMA dudes. You fighting dudes that've been retired for like 3-4 years, and football players and basketball players.
These are arguably kind of legends.
But they're not boxers though.
They're not. They're brawlers though.
Yeah, but boxing is
their fighting technique is respected.
Is different though. Like okay,
it is different because boxing is a technique. You only use your hands.
Yeah. So
and MMA is go for what you know.
Yeah, like you can't. Okay, in MMA
that's way different.
In MMA, you can't use head movement. You can't use head movement because. That's the number one rule in MMA. You can't use head movement. What you mean? Because if you use you
can't dodge. What you mean?
No, you can't duck and do. You
can't do that in MMA. No, that's not allowed.
You can, but they don't do it because you can get kicked that way.
Oh yeah, you could go to sleep.
Yeah, so you don't. But boxing, that's all we do is hit. You can't box unless you. So these niggas is coming in. So these niggas is coming into boxing. Would never boxed in a boxing a day in their life, and they ain't used to dodging their head. They think they about to get kicked.
They trying to eat something.
Yeah,
they think they can eat punches all day.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, you don't have to fight no one that's like 40-0, like Jamal Charlo type shit, 30-0, whatever, or Earl Spence Jr. because you 4-0. But why don't you fight? What's the nigga name? He just a dude that's like 10-0. That's in Showtime, same weight class, him and all.
I think boxing right now is really in a state of emergency. What do you think about that?
What you think? What you mean?
Boxing's not where it should be at right
now. No, hell no.
Absolutely so not. I mean, I grew up. I'm a Mike Tyson fan.
You did.
I grew up. I love Muhammad Ali.
My dad did too.
I love George Foreman.
Yeah, my dad. My mom was. She loved Tyson.
I love Marvelous.
She loves Sugar Ray.
I was
born late '92.
I was a Marvelous Hagler fan. Oh my God, I love Marvelous Hagler. Marvelous Hagler was nice.
I wasn't there yet, but I did like research on them. So I used to go back at like, okay, the fighters like that. I used to like Hector Camacho, Tito Trinidad, and the 80s Holyfield.
Okay.
I love Holyfield's movement and the way he did a jab and threw his left hook, and I was left-handed.
Yeah.
So I studied people like that, and I studied like Tyson too. But Tyson was kind of like a bad influence outside the ring to where it kind of fucked him up inside the ring. So I'm just like, okay, I met Tyson. We smoked a blunt with Tyson actually in Vegas in like 2015 type shit. That shit was epic. That nigga's crazy, bro. He's a legend. It's Tyson.
Yes.
But Tyson's one of them fighters who got caught into the fame, which is it's hard not to.
I think the awareness situation is the fact that
and the prison shit, that too. So it just was a lot on him.
The trainer was more like his dad.
Yeah, because he was losing fights he shouldn't have lost. Like he shouldn't have lost to Holyfield. You shouldn't have lost to Buster Douglas. You shouldn't have lost to that white boy in 2005 that I don't even know to this day.
What white boy beat Tyson?
It was his last fight where he just quit on the stool, I believe. It was his last fight because he had retired for like, I think, 2 years in 2003. He came back in 2005 and called it quits. He's like, he said, I just don't love the sport no more. I didn't no more. That's when he really retired. I don't really count that fight as a Tyson fight because if you're not you, that's not hot. It's like that Holyfield, that fight that just happened. Like, I don't count that as a Holyfield fight.
Right, because he shouldn't have been out there.
Nigga was 60,000 years old.
That they fined him. That they told him they're protecting him from himself. That he got put on suspension.
He should have.
Like, you were not allowed to get back in that ring.
If you was watching like the training before the fight, it was just like, oh my God, this is gonna end so bad.
You think they should protect him from himself?
Yeah. I think there should be a boxing age limit. Like if you ain't in your right follicles and you ain't fighting right, or you can't do it like a test or day test in the gym, and they see how you is, they should take your license.
I mean, you gotta imagine how confident this man is. You know what I'm saying? He's in great shape for his age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He used to be he's a former champion. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking he probably still got it.
He do. Okay, so here's the problem with that. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So Holyfield just had the situation. Last year it was Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr.
Okay.
In the year 2000, that would have been the fight of the year. You feel what I'm saying? But you got these niggas in their 50s fight now. Tyson smoked weed more than I do. I watch his podcast. Roy Jones is a commentator and got a belly out this world. What the fuck? This ain't the fight of the 95, 2000.
Right. So this ain't, they're not in their prime.
Yeah. So, and then, okay, there was a draw between them. They didn't look how, Roy Jones definitely didn't look how the fuck he used to.
Oh, yeah, well, you could tell they look like some old men out there.
Yeah.
Tyson looked like he was trying to clean him up, and Roy wasn't letting it. Roy just said, come here.
So then Tyson called out Wilder after this, right? And people was like,
Tyson said he wanted some Wilder?
Yeah. I don't know if he was high or something, but
he lived Tyson got it in and said you let the white boy beat you.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
See, Tyson dangerous. Old school.
Yeah.
Tyson old school. He like, nigga, I do niggas like you. He said, I do niggas like you.
Here's my thing, though. if you put Wilder now with that Roy Jones last year, that's not lasting 10 rounds.
Oh yeah, Roy Jones, Wilder killed him.
Yeah, he'll go to prison. He'll go to jail.
Yeah, he'll serve him up. He's too young. He's too powerful right now.
So I'm saying, if you're going the distance with this 54 whatever Roy Jones, and Wilder would knock him out probably in the first round, I can only imagine what Wilder now will do to you now.
Do you think that suit that he wore on what is that? That was black.
Yeah, it was Black History Month.
Black
History,
that shit
was sad, bro.
You think that's the suit weighed 40 pounds.
Yeah.
You think that has something to do with the outcome of that fight?
It's more than that. It's more than that. Yeah, bro. It's more than that. It's so much that people. It's so, and it's like, okay, I'm not racist at all, especially because of boxing.
Right.
But in the world of boxing, minorities and white fighters have a different privilege than the minority, black or Mexican.
So when you speak as privilege as far as fighting, or
privilege as behind, it's a lot of behind the scenes shit. That's also why I'm not boxing anymore, just because it was like, this is some bullshit.
Like they are allowed to do things that minority boxers are not allowed to do. What type of things?
So one of Fury's people tweeted last year after the fight.
Okay.
It's not my fault. You know who spiked Wilder's drink that night. Wilder know who it was. And then a week later, 4 people get fired from Wilder's camp. Okay, so it was some controversy going on where y'all spiked this man Wilder type shit. And then on ESPN or some shit, it goes to...
They talk about, hold up. Somebody pit
somebody from
Spike.
Yeah, somebody. Wilder. Yeah. Somebody from Fury's camp.
Kind of like looking woozy out there, huh?
He didn't even look the same.
He didn't look something wrong with the man.
And then they snitching on themselves after that because it's like, okay, so somebody from Fury's camp.
How did they get a hold of this man's water bottle?
No, they pay somebody from Fury's camp. No, somebody from Fury's camp paid somebody from Wilder's camp.
Inside job.
And they both snitched on each other on Instagram. I wish I could find the fucking tweets.
They was talking, communicating,
and then it became this big. That's
why motherfuckers like, why these two motherfuckers talking?
That's why they had that whole court thing last year, bro.
So they went to court over this?
They went to not only just that, but it was a glove gate. They're saying Fury had shit in his gloves.
Yeah, I heard about something in his glove. The way he hit, he was punching down.
Yes.
And it looked like it's almost like you got a purse in there. Like you got something, like if you punching, you don't hit like that.
Yeah, no. So it's
I'm
bigger.
Punching the punching bag right now. If you hit that boxing,
you ain't doing all.
If you punch wrong with that glove, you could hurt your wrist.
Yeah, but he didn't because he had shit in the mouth.
He had that shit. I see the way he was hitting like.
Bro, this nigga. Okay, no disrespect.
In a downwards fight, he's hitting downwards. That's that MMA type punch. That's that girl punch.
Fury. Okay, Wilder is knocking everybody the fuck out. Even Fury in the first fight. Fury ain't had no knockouts in years. You see what I'm saying? So how the last people he fought before Wilder is like bums, and you went the distance with him. So how you get this Wilder strength, and then it started to make sense. Shit in your gloves, and they spiked this man water.
Look at this though too. That fight, the first fight, I believe Wilder figured it out.
Yeah.
After he got that last time Wilder knocked him down, he figured out if he could get in Wilder's space and walk him down, that Wilder can't do nothing with that. If he could be more aggressive than Wilder,
right,
and stay active with his hands, then that was just too much for Wilder, and Wilder could not. He had no counter for that. You know what I'm saying? No. And I feel like I think Wilder I think he did underestimate.
I just think it was a lot of shit last year. Like I can't wait till 2 weeks from now when they have that third fight because it's gonna be.
I want Wilder to win. He owes me $83 for that. I was hot, nigga. This Black History Month, nigga. Man, Oh yeah. We're gonna get some music.
We been talking about boxing for like a damn.
Man, it was dope though, man. We were talking about I
love this conversation though. This shit
real. This is dope. This is real because I'm gonna be in a boxing match. I'm in the Flex Fest.
So you trying to? Yeah, I'm here. That's why. That's why I told you to hit me up, bro. It's like we could have been training and all that shit, but you got it. I seen the way you got it.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What do you think about an event like that in this in Arizona for Arizona hip hop?
I'm bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
I feel like if it's a legend like you, that's entertaining because you have that right to do that. But some of these niggas ain't on your level yet. You know, like Platinum been here for what 6 months to a year. Why is you in shit like this? And knowing the way this nigga training, it might not go well. It can fuck up your career. Like if you get knocked out badly,
Right.
or if you win, yeah, of course. But if you don't even got a name like that yet, and like whether you win or lose, which you're gonna win, but whether you win or lose, you got you OG Sticc HYde. You see what I'm saying? So you secure, you good.
All right,
a lot of these niggas ain't.
No, but a lot of people is actually saying, even we get straight to it. Tone the Superstar is saying that if I lose, my legacy is is on the line.
No.
He said legacies is on the line.
No. I think he's trying to hype some shit up.
Of course they would. I mean, I told him straight up. I mean, man, my legacy is bigger than a boxing.
Yeah, exactly. I have friendly beef with Tony Superstar. He just be starting shit. We be going back and forth but it's all in fun though.
It's fun though.
Because we both boxing heads.
Well, he does his job, and once you understand what he's doing,
right,
because that's what he's
he's doing this shit on purpose.
Yes, that's what he does. Yeah. But you understand that that's what he do, and he's good at that.
Yeah.
Then it's good. Then you can take it better. But at first, you don't take it too so friendly. At first, you're like, what the fuck is this nigga on?
Yeah. Get to it, it's like, okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah. You know, some Floyd Mayweather shit. That's really what you.
My nigga Tone grew on me as far as
entertainment,
this media personality and stuff. I grew up with Tone and stuff. He's always been a funny guy.
Yeah, I just met him this year.
I grew up with him. We went to high school and stuff together and stuff. Back in the days, you have to come to school with some jokes. You know, we caught that bagging. Tone used to bag. Tone come to school with the jokes. We done been out there. We done had some bag sessions.
Oh man.
Sometimes we got to get this off our chest.
I used to come with like 10 roasts the day after my 10 roasts. I don't got up in to say no more. So you beat I just give up.
Back in the days at school, it can happen anywhere. It can happen at the cafeteria. It can happen in the morning. Hey, nigga, just cuz. Get this nigga. You have to have some, especially if you didn't have no gear or something, nigga. You really have to have some good jokes, nigga. You ain't here dressed fucked up. Like you better have a hell of a personality, some bags, nigga. You have to laugh in this motherfucker. Because back in the days, a motherfucker bagged you so much that you end up fighting. Motherfucker want to fight you. Say, fuck you, nigga. What's that?
Real shit though. That's really how I was in Cali too.
So you want to sit here and talk that shit? Fuck this. Let's get to the fight.
That's really what got me into boxing too. Just like it was a family thing, but to protect myself too. Back in the day. I wish I could still do it. It's just throughout the years, even without the injuries, I had leukemia, cancer.
You think you'll be interested in coaching some young fighters?
Hell yeah.
I mean, that would be great to develop a young champion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to see a young champion come out of this city.
My nigga Keenan's older than me, but he's still active. He like by a few months, I think a few months or a year, some shit. But I'll be trying to coach him type shit. You know what I mean?
I really want to see a boxer get to I thought we was back when Wilder came. But
it's still okay.
Wilder's still reputable, but I think we need more.
You think so?
Hell yeah, we need more hitters in boxing. Like imagine, look how boxing was when just growing up.
Mm-hmm.
How many hitters? You talk about Marvelous Haggard. You talk about Sugar Ray Leonard. You talk about so many. Even the heavyweight division was just so full of them. Larry Frazier.
I think the heavyweights now, because Wilder's the only heavyweight.
The heavyweight division is in shambles.
But like hitters, because we got the Charlo twins, Earl Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford is a beast. Fucking Tank Davis,
Tank Davis right now, he is going up.
Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, like.
I grew up from the era of niggas getting knocked out. I mean, people. That's I think.
But that's where Wilder and Tank come in.
Do you think that MMA is getting bigger than boxing because of the knockout?
Yeah,
the knockout is important. People want to see people go to sleep.
It's been back and forth since the early 2000s.
Mike Tyson did this to us.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see people go to sleep.
It wasn't just him. It was Floyd at the early stages of Floyd. Manny Pacquiao.
Muhammad Ali,
Frazier,
Foreman. My boxing has been about knocking niggas the fuck
out. Yeah, you right. Yeah.
If we love that crowd will go roar when that body drop.
Yeah,
that body drop.
They still do, but it's like you rarely see.
What does that feel like when you're in the ring and you drop somebody? As I fought people on the streets and I got people out. It feels scary when on the streets. It's like, oh man, I hope I.
It's kind of premeditated because throughout the night, what I would do is learn it from.
But when you knock somebody out in the ring, the response from that crowd, what does that feel?
It's amazing. So, like, it's premeditated because you wait. Okay, I'm trying to go back in boxing.
Yes.
So you see him making mistakes all night. That's really what you're doing for the first few rounds is trying to figure out the mistakes he's making. Okay, he keep putting that motherfucker right hand down. He's not protecting this. He's doing something where I can counter all night, and I'm trying to figure out if I do a left this or whoop-de-whoop, he's going to fuck down. If I keep playing with that shit, I see him wobble that. You're watching everything about your opponent to
figure it out right now.
Yeah, so it's premeditated. Yeah, it's premeditated.
So the first round, the first couple rounds,
it's a fill out round.
It's a fill out. Let me see what you do.
And then you start to put the pressure on, not the second,
but you're a patient fighter.
I had to be.
Wow.
You're Mayweather's camp. You got to be.
Like, patient.
Yeah. I want to knock out.
I think I kind of like Tyson. As soon as this bell ring, I'm supposed to be over there.
Well, reason why is because I do it to a certain degree where Tyson, my dad would say people would probably pay like $300 to go see the fight, $60 in the pay-per-view, and he'd knock him out in 30 seconds.
Quick, man. If you duck down to drink, grab your beer, the crowd might go over.
Right. So,
like, oh shit, what the fuck happened?
So with Floyd, they was complaining not enough knockouts, but they was staying.
Yeah, because he's the most the best defensive fighter that we ever witnessed in our life, but it's not fun.
Yeah, yeah. So with Wilder, it's fun, but it's too quick, like Tyson. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like,
I like to see people get. I hated to see Wilder get knocked out.
Well,
especially in the fight, who he got knocked out. But I do respect Fury.
I do.
Fury got hands.
Yeah, he do. He be back in the day, so he do.
I appreciate the way people throw hands. He know how to throw some hands. I'm not going to deny the fact that he's shooting them.
Yeah.
Fury's shooting them. He's throwing them. So I think that
it's going to be big in October 9th.
Well, Wilder, if he can get more active, because he just seemed like he just being too cocky and waiting for the big punch.
Yeah.
He just taking too long. He just like, oh, fuck it. I'm gonna eat these punches, and then I'm gonna give him one of these hard ones.
See, I said if this was Tyson back in the day versus Wilder, he'd probably give it to Wilder just because.
Damn, to Tyson or send one of those big ass uppercuts up there.
But Fury, Wilder do have a chin, but after last year, it was like, damn.
He got reach like a motherfucker, though.
Yeah.
He touching shit from far away. He tapping shit, and he's standing. It's the way he's shooting them. He's so active with his hands and his footwork. It's like he's real nimble on his feet.
And it's dangerous to where, like, if that right hand touch you before you touch him, that right hand is death. That right hand is death. So as soon as he good with the left too, but he love using that right hand.
Yeah, he's using both of those hands. He's shooting
because he knocked Fury out with the left. People don't remember that he knocked him out with the left and dropped him in a few rounds prior with the left. So
it was so frustrating before he even got to that punch.
No, yeah, it was
because it felt like it was like, come on, man. He was waiting, he was timing, he wasn't he wasn't as active as he normally would be in fights.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that Wilder did underestimate him because he's a white boy. And he thought this white boy not gonna take my motherfucking title.
I feel like
I feel like he didn't take him as serious.
No, he did.
As he would.
He did because
a black fighter.
No, because Anthony Joshua black, and he got more. Even before that happened, he had more respect for Fury than he did Joshua.
Do you think if he would have fought Joshua, that he would have lost? Like
Joshua just got his ass beat yesterday.
I mean, do you think that Wilder could beat Joshua?
Yes,
he would have came more
prepared. I put
my
whole house on it.
Yeah. He would have came way more focused because he knows there's a possibility Joshua could touch that jaw and put him to sleep too.
But okay, he didn't do that to Andy Ruiz.
But he didn't think He didn't think
Fury could do it. Exactly.
That's what he didn't respect his power.
Exactly.
He thought he like this motherfucker can't put me to sleep.
Yeah. So he thought he could school him, like box him, but he didn't think he could knock him out.
How important is respecting your opponent?
It really depends. Because there's times where we have beef with a motherfucker we fight.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Like Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather, they had beef.
Right.
But when it came to Floyd Mayweather and Cotto, they respect each other. And that probably bit him in the ass because
he gave him too much.
Because he almost lost that fight.
Took him out of his motherfucking fight mode.
Yeah. Okay. Better example. Before this Joshua Usyk shit that happened yesterday, all 2 weeks you been seeing Joshua do selfies with Usyk and shit.
What y'all doing? Y'all about to fight?
Yeah, that's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Weird, yeah.
Then your ass lose yesterday the way you did, and it's like,
nigga, because you all in your feelings.
So it really just depends on the situation.
Now don't even feel like a fight. You fight your friend and shit.
Always take your opponent seriously. Always take him seriously. But you have to go in this mind frame that I'm going in there to fuck you up. There's nothing you can, you know.
This is a physical combat.
Yeah. So whether you respect them or not, you have to go in there with the same mind frame of I respect you the way you fight to a degree. But you have
offense to do what I do.
Yes, you have. It's no comparison.
Right. Let me do what I do.
Yeah, and me, like I was on sicko mode back then. Like I just like once the bell, like Wilder do it too. I snapped the fuck out once the bell ring. Like
did it almost feel like a street fight, or did it? Well, you know, you said you've been actively boxing since 13. Yeah. So the boxing technique is almost like you almost turn into a robot out there now.
Yeah.
It's like automatic.
It's automatic. Like with a street fight probably lasts 30 seconds to 2 minutes.
Real quick.
And based on what diversion hand they about to use one fucking hand to try to get you and just panning out. Well, you know, that's the street fights I really been in. Whereas it's a right hand nigga, he fighting as a southpaw, but he trying to use that hook to get
that one big punch.
And this is just
that's that motherfucking warm up.
Yeah, that warm up, but he really trying to get you with this.
That's that keep you back one. Hold up. Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, thank you.
Yes, I would like to have
a bottle of water. You want a bottle of water?
I'm good.
So with like. Oh yeah, go ahead.
This is the Blend and Brew show. You know what I'm saying? The Winston brews are loud, but I quit drinking.
I got you. Congratulations too.
Yeah, I have to take this fight serious and shit.
Oh nigga, yeah. But like, okay,
losing's not allowed. That's not something that we just go around doing. You don't just go around losing.
Not at all. But okay, yeah, with street fighting, it's like one dimensional. They're trying to just get you with one big punch or just fuck you up with one big punch. Right. The other hand ain't doing some fights. They a little bit of skill, but typically they trying to just get you with that one hand. You ain't worried about body shots in a street fight.
That typical fighter is confident with that one that he's looking for that haymaker.
Mm-hmm.
He's hoping that's a home run hitter.
I'm more than likely gonna dodge that haymaker.
Right, because you can see it coming.
I don't know if I'm gonna dodge a jab or a body shot. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or how many I can go 30 seconds.
The haymaker is too wild.
That part.
It's too wild to hit me just with.
But can you dodge that haymaker after 12 rounds?
Right.
So it's a big difference.
I hear you because your movement, you can tire out.
Yeah.
You can't move as fast away from him because now you're tired.
And then with street fights, is like I said, they're like 30 seconds to 2 minutes. You don't have to really figure out your opponent. After 2 minutes, either you knocked him out, he knocked you out, somebody fucked up, or y'all just said y'all done. You know, or he said, fuck it, we done. Y'all squash it, you know, with the rules. Like, everybody go home. You're not going 12 rounds with this nigga in the street fight trying to figure it out. Hell
no. Fights in the streets don't last that long. Police can't call.
Right.
You might be out there, you might be on somebody's camera. You got about 30 seconds, 2 minutes tops, and you better be at least in somebody's car.
Niggas might jump in and all that shit in the street fight. Like, ain't no jumping in boxing.
Oh yeah,
you by yourself.
Street fight can lead to your death. But a boxing match, there's been people who died in a boxing ring.
Pacquiao killed somebody in the ring, and not Klitschko. What's his name? Kovalev, the one that Andre Ward beat. Kovalev has the legend RIP. Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Do you think when some of these boxers die in a ring like that, who do you think is responsible? Do you think that's the referee's fault?
I think really it's by faith, because.
Do you think that the power just happens so quick?
Yeah, we ain't trying to.
The referee can't save him.
Not at all.
Do you think that the referee should be able to see that this guy is probably about to be that he's in trouble, and I need to intervene and save him.
Because of that, though, because it's not even just death. There's boxers who got paralyzed from the shit.
Right,
there's a boxer now mentally damaged, and he's on a wheelchair.
It's something that's up here that
so what they did was that's why a lot of people get mad, but they stop fights a lot. Like the nigga could be still standing, but you just take a
real fighter, like man, he ain't fading me. Man. I'm eating them.
So the referees got way better than they was back then. You know,
back in the day,
like Wilder got stopped. Wilder was standing, and you see the fighter pissed off. Like, why some of the fight, nigga? Do you see your face? Like the referees have gotten better because Wilder got stopped. He was still standing, but if you look at the punishment, it's like, bro, we can't let this continue.
So you're not throwing no punches.
Back then, if you didn't hit the floor, the fight could go continue. You see what I'm saying?
You give this nigga a chance to get out.
So
you're on the stage right now. People came to see a fight.
Yeah, it's kind of like football too, where it's like
but they're protecting the players now.
Yeah, they're protecting the players. They're hitting the fighters.
Protecting their assets. They're paying these players millions of dollars. Why wouldn't you want to protect these players?
But there was a fighter in the zone last year who got killed in the ring.
Somebody got killed.
So it still has its, you know.
I mean, it's a
but it was like a one hit shot where it's like it happened so
fast that he can be saved.
Yeah,
that's why I say you never know. That's why it's important.
So I can't say it's nobody's fault though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's
not even the person that
nobody can realize.
Yeah, it can happen to me. God forbid. But I'm saying like
it can happen to anybody.
It can happen to anybody. So I'm like, I really can't
protect yourself at all times. They say.
Yeah, and then Kovalev, the person he killed in like 2011, he paid for the funeral and went to the funeral.
Excuse me, right real quick. Prince, you do drink?
Not really. I'll take one, but I'm driving. Never mind. I'm driving. No,
I'm not talking about a drink. I'm just talking about a shot.
What you think, baby?
Does wifey drink? That's on you.
No, we really shouldn't because we got like.
I mean, this is a blunt and brew show. Usually, everybody got.
Yeah, let's take. I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot. Yeah.
All right. You like light or dark?
Light.
All right.
Got that right, brother.
Yeah. What I put?
I don't know what. Wow, this motherfucker keep going out. But this is a beautiful thing, man. This is a good story and shit. I'm loving. I did not know that you was really into boxing like this and that. It's fascinating and stuff to know that you actually. You're 20.
That's why
you were actually boxing was your first love. Then music became your next love
and the only love.
And said that that's the new road right now.
Yeah.
So now I'm glad we talked about boxing. Boxing is dope. Let's get to the music now.
Let's do it
because we got to the drama first. Let's get we got the drama over with as far as the controversial or rumors as far as rumors being spread about you possibly having clickbait with the Nipsey Hussle songs and the Young NBA. And you clarified that, you know what I'm saying, the situations that were presented to you and a lot of these opportunities that you come across is because your boxing career.
Hell yeah.
That is crazy. That is dope that your boxing career happened.
That's why a lot of artists don't like me because they know that too. Because
they know this about you because I never knew this.
My homeboy told me, he was like, that's probably why niggas be trying to, you know, because it's like, damn, like we trying to do this shit our whole lives.
I mean, if some motherfucker knew you was a boxer, you undefeated, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like try to fight. If they had some sense, they would probably just leave you the fuck alone.
They do, but I'm saying like,
I mean, if you're scary, if you're scared and shit, and you out here talking shit, I mean, you probably should leave this nigga alone. I mean, common sense tell you, nigga, if you scared, nigga, leave that nigga the fuck alone.
I mean, shit, the leukemia left
niggas don't think like that.
No, yeah, it's sad.
They want to press the button on the nigga. Next thing you know, you activate the boxer.
I have my homeboy. We kind of cool now, but we used to be in the group. He was like, "I'm trying to test your hands with you, but we gotta do it in the cage." I'm like, and he was always trying to get me in the cage. I'm like, nigga, I don't do MMA. What the fuck?
Right.
He's like, bro,
get you out of your element.
Yeah, he's like, bro, you box. You're not finna do me in.
You want to do this wrestling ass niggas.
Take me to the ground.
Yeah, come on.
I'm like, I have that a lot.
Niggas though, that's you. I believe the MMA is what gained the confidence in the white fighter again.
Floyd says so.
I know it did. I've seen it.
Yeah, Floyd did.
I've seen the transition of MMA fighting.
Floyd said that in 2009.
Because they think they could beat you up on that floor now.
Yeah. Because before that, they wasn't boxing like that.
They could choke you out. They could break something while you're on that floor now.
Conor McGregor. Great example. Chuck Liddell.
I've been fighting on that floor for a long time. I'm a skinny nigga. Niggas always want to wrestle.
I just can't. I love MMA, but I just don't. I'm not. I got bad knees. I'm not
trying to wrestle with him. I'm trying to shoot him. I'm trying to throw him.
You know, this ain't no WWE.
That's not my best. That's not my best. That's not my highest. That's not my best feat.
Yeah.
Don't be out there wrestling with a motherfucker that really wrestle.
That part.
When these wrestling motherfuckers, these niggas don't really wrestle. Mm-hmm. No grappling moves and shit.
Yeah, okay. But I had a lot of that though, where they know you box, so they want you to let's fight. My brother tried that with me. No, we got to go in the octagon.
I'm thinking it's almost kind of similar to a straight up street fight. Motherfucker try to climb on top of you, ping you down.
Yeah, I would say so.
You don't have to bench press this nigga off. Nigga, you got to raw this nigga off.
Then you got submissions and shit, and it's like you got submissions.
Motherfucker try to choke, you got to slide up under.
I'm tapping the fuck out because I can't get choked out. And I've been choked out before. Oh shit, hold on. I'm done.
Let go of my shit, nigga. Mm-hmm. I hear you. So yeah, but the circulation, the choking technique it happens quick. If they get it in the right position.
Oh God,
they can lock it in quick.
I learned some because on the celebrity boxing, it's on 16th Street Combat, and it's mixed. It's like a double room. A lot of celebrities go there too.
What is a boxing?
It's a boxing on Indian School. I'm sorry, 16th Street and Indian School.
16th Street and Indian School. Wow.
Yeah, I'll take you there.
I need to go up there.
It's a double room to where it's a boxing ring, and then the other ring is MMA. So you have both.
You got options. You get the both field.
And then MMA fighters. A lot of the MMA fighters that you see that fighting at the Glendale arena, they in there. A lot of boxers is
people be sparring or just practicing.
Yeah, so
some people be in there getting their ass beat, trying to work on trying to get better. And then meanwhile, one motherfucker's just always just out there and just in there kicking ass.
Right, they really is though.
Nigga, one day you gonna get better, but today you gonna get your ass beat. You gonna learn, nigga. You need to block.
Yeah, and then I guess Tyson trained out here back in the day. I wasn't here, but I heard a lot of stories that he lived out here back in.
Yeah. Tyson has property out there. You know, Tyson is one of he's in the cannabis industry.
Yeah,
that's
he's
genius.
Making bank off that.
That's genius. Absolutely, brother. I love Mike Tyson. I love what Mike Tyson do. I just hate that. I hate how they try to ruin his legacy with the rape case and stuff like that. I hated that.
Well, yeah, but I don't believe he did that.
I know he didn't do that, and I was so happy that he was able to come back and regain the championship when he did get out. Mm-hmm. But I was so hurt when he lost to Holyfield 2 times in a row, and then when he did Holyfield, that just oh my God!
My mom, I don't remember.
I was so sick about that.
Yeah, I was probably like 4, 5 when that happened. 97, 5. Mm-hmm. My mom always tells me like by that time she was like, I remember because I guess Holyfield kept headbutting. She said,
yeah, he kept on putting that big ass head on Tyson.
And she's
that's how he won the first fight and shit because he kept on wearing him down with the head. Yeah, he didn't get split his eye in the second round and shit. He's Tyson like this big head motherfucker.
So everybody in my family they remember my mom because she was like they say my mom cursed him because before that happened she's like I just wish he would just bite him. Just bite him.
It out. I
because he kept headbutting tight. He kept headbutting Tyson.
Yeah, so she's yelling at the TV. Yeah,
she was. And everybody remember that. So when that happened, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Lisa!" My mom's name, Lisa.
Because at first, when you're watching it live, you just started seeing Holyfield like jumping like a girl. And shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck is this nigga doing, nigga? What happened?
That part.
He got point like nigga. Then he tried to Tyson like nigga, what's up, nigga? He got to get this nigga. He got to get back in fight mode. Nigga, quit jumping like a girl. This nigga's coming, nigga. There ain't no regular nigga coming, nigga. He done bit the shit out of you, and that's Mike Tyson coming full speed, ready to whoop some motherfucking ass.
That's one of the most legendary moments too, though. Where it's just like, oh my God, Tyson's a classic.
I was like, man, please just let him fight again. Fuck it, man. He didn't even bite that nigga. Let these niggas get it over with.
They said Holyfield wouldn't take a rematch after that. Like
hell no, I'm very fit to get in a ring with a nigga that spit my motherfucking ear on the carpet like that. You just gonna disrespect my shit like that in front of my kids.
Oh man, thank you.
You just gonna disrespect. You out here wilding, huh? On pay-per-view.
Yeah, I always wanted to get to that level, but it's.
I mean, damn, like he's a competitor, but damn, I was just like, come on, man, don't bite the man. It's like I get it, I get it. He's like, nigga, this nigga cheating. I'm frustrated. I'm just fuck this nigga up one way or another. He's sick of it. He lost it. It's just I wish Mike Tyson didn't go out like that.
Tyson was really like our Rocky, but real life. You know what I mean?
He was my champion.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson get it done.
Like you can't be a boxer and not respect the legacy of Mike Tyson. Like that's the GOAT. Him and Ali. Those is the GOATs.
What do you say to people who say Mike Tyson didn't really knock out nobody? There's some people who try to discredit Mike Tyson's legacy.
I'll say this to that. Okay. Okay.
I hate people.
I do too, but that's what. Okay, my boy has a boxing podcast called. He's a close friend of mine in LA. He's from the Bay, but he's a Cali. Boxing Eagle. Shout out to Boxing Eagle. He's probably watching this. This nigga, he's big. He has a thing called old media. Old media try to twist the narrative for minority fighters because they still do that shit. They try to discredit Floyd, saying he didn't fight nobody.
Right.
He all legends. Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton,
but a lot of
Manny
people
Pacquiao.
say Mayweather dodged him. He didn't catch the fight in their prime. That's what they try to say about Mayweather. He didn't catch him in their prime. They say he dodged them and catch them when they and whoop they motherfucking ass.
But the thing about that is, no, he fought him in their prime. He was older than all them fighters too, though. He's older than Pacquiao.
Mayweather's older than Pacquiao.
He's older than Pacquiao by 2 years. So it's like
black don't crack.
That nigga.
Out there looking good.
Floyd is one of them icons to where it don't matter. Okay, it don't matter if he's 50, he still got them hands. You know what I mean? Because he stay in the gym. He don't drink.
I wasn't really a fan of Mayweather until I kept on betting against him. I kept on losing my money. I wanted to see Mayweather get knocked. I wasn't impressed by Mayweather's. I wasn't impressed by Mayweather because I'm a Mike Tyson type nigga.
Right.
So he had to grow on. I had to learn to respect Mayweather's greatness. It was like because it was like rooting against Jordan. Like I can't stand Jordan, but this nigga's beating everybody.
I ain't rooting against no Jordan.
He was. He did that. See, I'm a Phoenix Suns fan. I got on his head. It happened to us.
Shout out Michael Jordan. Shout out Chicago.
But then you respect Michael Jordan because he did it to everybody,
just like Kobe.
Everybody gets it. He's not picky. Everybody gets it. That's what makes people great. That's when I finally respected Mayweather's greatness.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I've been going against the nigga, and this nigga has proved that nigga he is the best defensive fighter ever. Like they can't touch people. I've never seen a person.
He beat Pernell Whitaker. Like,
he knows how to play the point game.
But it's not just if you really like watch the fights, it's defensive, but he really fucking these dudes up too though.
He's scoring, but I see
like snapping their heads back.
He hitting them, he's scoring them, but he making them try to bring the fight to him so he
can look more pretty.
He's countering a lot. Yeah. He's choosing when he's going to engage with him.
And it's just like. There's 5 people that I started boxing. Floyd Mayweather is my number one. I've watched him since forever. The nigga been there since '96. Like that's our era.
What do you think about that Mosley fight? Mosley almost knocked him out. Don't you think that?
Yeah, everybody bring that up, but then that's the only thing
Mosley,
did.
He hesitated. Then he hesitated.
He did.
He should have went for the kill.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. He should have.
He should have went.
But when Floyd came back and whooped that ass, did you see his face after that? They said Mosley was too old, but you just gave him credit. He wasn't old. He was old. Like 35.
He didn't take advantage of that punch that he put on Mayweather. It got him wobbly. He got him wobbly 2 times, and Mayweather. Oh my God!
So did Marcos Madonna too, though.
Mayweather's a soldier. I gotta give him that because
you ain't just gonna get in there and knock out Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like
he wobbled, but he got back to
it. He stopped himself from falling.
He caught his balance and he gathered himself and he got back into a fight.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? He figured it out.
And like, not everybody doing that.
Hell no.
They going to the ground.
Most people once they get wobbly,
they going to the
timber. Chopping trees down.
Like it's just like, oh, he didn't have enough competition. No, he was really just that great to where he wasn't fucking with Floyd.
You got 18 knockouts.
Yes.
How excited do you feel when you hit a motherfucker and they get a little wobbly? How does that feel? How does that feel when you before you hit them with that next punch?
Okay, so with that, what people don't realize, because as a boxer, like I said earlier, you watching everything. A fighter can get wobbly in the second or third round, but that do not mean they're out and count. They just took a good shot. They bounce back from it. So a lot of times you see them get wobbly early on, and you're like, okay, that's the shot that's going to do it. So you can't get overly excited.
You can't get overexcited.
Yeah, you can't get overly because sometimes they just be baiting you in, like making you. Floyd did.
Come on.
Yeah, so you got to make okay.
Because Mayweather's a counterfeit.
That part, and that's what they waiting to do to you. So when it's later on, they start slowing down. They eye closed shut. They can't see this left foot coming no more because that right eye done. They bleeding on the side of the temple. Okay, and you're not faking it no more. You can't recover from this. If they wobble now, okay, now I got to get your ass because now that first wobble was a quick wobble.
You can't fake that shit.
No,
you start bleeding.
Once they start,
elements change. Out
yeah,
there.
like
said, nigga, hey, you're not normal out there no more.
No, like once that the first wobble where it's like it's quick and I seen that. I might have done it in the early rounds. But when it go to the stanky leg, where it's like, like where the crowd caught it now,
right? Yeah, everybody can see this. Like, wobbly out there.
And then it discourages them too because it's noticeable. The crowd seeing it, they're going crazy because they know you hurt. Now you like, oh shit, they know I'm hurt. It's just start fucking with the nigga mental, so he's not able to pack on what you give it. Now I can just explode. You see what I'm saying?
How strong Mayweather was to overcome that,
and he can get hit.
Knowing that they want him to lose.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a strong nigga.
People want to see this man lose. People paying to see the man lose.
That's why he's a billionaire now.
I mean, I started off not liking Mayweather because I'm like, damn, this nigga talks so much shit. I want to see him get beat up. He talking shit. And then I was like, I'm not impressed. He didn't fight nobody. I was like, okay, the next guy's gonna fight him. Okay, then the next guy's gonna beat him up. And then he beat up the next guy. Then after he got Mosley, I was like, okay, I'm done. The way he recovered from the Mosley fight, because Mosley should have had it. Mosley got him wobbly. I knew Mosley could hit hard. That was the fight I wanted to see, and we got to see it. And Mosley, he didn't capitalize on the punch that he did what he thought, what he came there to do, but he did not finish.
I think like, there's two fights that Floyd that got me. I'm good, bro. Diego Corrales in 2001. That was the fight that I'm like, okay, I'm hooked. It was a 6'2", missed weight this night before. Big dude, that's a legend. He was undefeated too. And he died years later, motorcycle accident. He's a legend, Diego Corrales, warrior. And Floyd made him look so simple and knocked him he beat him the fuck up and knocked him the fuck out. So crucial and kept dropping him throughout the fight where I'm like, okay, I gotta love Floyd. And then the same with Arturo Gatti. Okay. Arturo Gatti's in the Hall of Fame. They have him one of the best fighters in the world. Floyd beat the piss out of this man too. This was the early fight, 2001, 2005. Arturo Gatti, 2005. And it's like, this was the pretty boy Floyd stage where he was really knocking niggas the fuck out, beating them up. When he started getting his hands broken, he got older. That's when the money persona came. That's when he started. He was always kind of talking shit, but that's when he started talking shit more because he knew he got the defensive route down. Okay. And I don't really discourage him from talking. What boxer don't talk shit that's historical? Right, Mike Tyson was talking shit, talking about he'll eat your kids and he'll fuck you in the ass and all type of crazy shit. And
man, you got to play with mental games. That's all.
Tyson was talking crazy shit. Like, I'll fuck you with the ass, white boy. Don't fuck you, like.
We have war. We have war.
Tyson, I'm gonna kiss you with I can't wait till I kiss you with the pretty lips. Like, he would say some crazy shit back in the day. I'm like, what?
Say some disrespectful shit.
Yeah, and Ali would talk shit too.
Oh yeah, Muhammad Ali talked that shit and back it up.
But you have to remember, white folks didn't like Ali back in the 70s.
Oh no, they didn't. Muhammad Ali is so influential.
Oh my God, yeah.
They took the man title.
Because no one else would.
They took the title because he said
he was going to the army. Yeah, he would. Mm-hmm. Nobody could take that man title at that time, so the government had to do it.
How strong that man had to be just to be like to stand up and be that guy.
I mean, he was risking like 5 to 10 years in prison just because they were forcing him.
At that time, I mean, the black man's hated at that time. Segregation, a higher level of hate. Segregation still hated.
Yeah, but not back like in the 60s.
That level right now.
Like segregation did not exist in the 60s.
Right. So at that level right there, like nigga, they could kill you walking down the street type shit.
See, that's why he's it.
Right.
Just everything that man went through, he's influential. He broke boundaries. That's Ali's in that category of like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X to me. Yeah, just because it was a civil. He was a civil warrior, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what, if you listen to Deontay's interviews and what he talk about, that's what he kind of is now. He don't fight like Ali, but he makes like these historical interviews that is still talking like to this day. People have been going through 4 years to this day. Like he talk about shit like the white fighter and all that. Talk about his fighting people. What about my fighting people? What about black people? He talk.
Who Davis is talking like that?
No, Wilder's talking like that.
Wilder's talking. Yeah, I seen Wilder get on his black. I love these on his black.
And he kind of reminds me in the sense of Ali, but today's time. Like
he said, I like that. He said, watch. He said, your king. He said, I'm still your king. He said, I'm still your king. I'm still your king. I'm not gonna disappoint y'all. He said, I'm coming. I believe him. I believe Wilder. I want Wilder to win. Yeah. But he can't. He's gonna have to come in here and box. He can't underestimate. He can't think that it just because Fury is a white boy that he just gonna knock him out.
No. He's coming to box though.
And he got box. He gotta let them hands fly.
I've seen people have shown me his.
We don't need no gimmicks. Don't come out here with the weighted suit. None of that shit. Fuck all that shit. Come out here with your trunks ready to scrap.
Yeah, no, he traded. He switched trainers, and the trainers he got now is really on him. Like he's fighting.
Yeah, he needed to fire all them niggas. Them niggas can't stop him from bleeding in his corner and shit last time and stuff. They was doing bad. It was bad business. They didn't have the Vaseline for the man and shit.
Right.
Like, what y'all doing?
Water.
What y'all doing? What's going on? What's going on over there? So it's like, okay.
But back to Ali though, like Ali was just so revolutionary. Whereas before the Black Panthers type shit, before they really got started, Ali was just
stood for a lot of shit.
Yeah,
and he was actually with
Malcolm X.
Malcolm, yeah.
And I feel like Tyson was too because he was with Pac.
Yeah, Tyson was with Pac. Tyson is with Farrakhan.
I thought we was gonna see it because 50 Cent clicked up with Wilder for a minute when the Joshua Wilder topic kind of happened 2017, but they don't click like that. They don't. You don't see him no more. So I'm like, oh, who's gonna be Wilder's Malcolm X or Tupac? You know what I'm saying? Right. That's all he's missing, that key element to be big. He just need that. Like, I don't know, Jay-Z, somebody.
I don't think he. I think he put so much into the music the last fight that he forgot that he had to come out here and fight, nigga. He walking out here performing. He got me geeked up too. I loved it. That outfit was dope. I was like, okay, yeah, nigga, my nigga coming out here to beat this nigga ass. He got on the armor and shit. Yeah, let's go. I was happy for him and shit, but no. The $83 got wasted that day. Nigga, I almost broke the TV and shit. We was upset, nigga. It was a Black History Month, and nigga, I was very
that was a terrible time. That was.
I'm like, nigga, black man is getting killed at a high rate at that time and shit. That was right before George Floyd.
Right before. Oh my God, it was too.
They out here killing the black man, and the white man done beat up our champion. And Black History Month, I was upset. I was hating. I
watched it with her.
So when I first find out that this nigga had something in his glove, I was quick to post that. The nigga had something in his glove. I knew it.
It had to be something.
He had something in that damn glove. I seen him punching down.
Everybody seen that, but we didn't know why he was doing it.
He's punching down like you got a purse in there, nigga. Like something's in there. When you got something, you don't punch down when you punching. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that.
No.
That's that UFC punch.
He never punched like that in any of his other fights.
Never.
Why'd you? It just adds up. They slick, but why I say like it's a difference where
Who's checking these fighters' gloves? Who normally would check these fighters' gloves?
The athletic commission.
They don't do that. Why don't they check the gloves in the rink?
That's a good question.
No, because they check it while they're being taped up.
Right.
I mean, you could get taped up in the back, but you should put these gloves on in the ring.
But you can't, no, because your hand is getting taped up, your glove is getting taped up. So they do all that shit with them watching. So that means from the ring from the locker to the ring. They tape their hand to the glove. Oh yeah. You tape your hand. They do all that shit. Then you go in the glove. They do that. They're watching. The people do the regulations are watching all that stuff.
But they wasn't watching.
There's no way between the locker room to the ring that you have a chance to untape all that shit and slip something in there.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
But the thing is, they wasn't watching Fury that night, and they confirmed it. They said
they confirmed they didn't
watch. Nobody in the locker room watching him getting taped up.
His people did, but
how are you watching Wilder, but you're not watching him?
Okay. Because they had Wilder's trainer in there, the one that he fired because I guess he was in the water spiking. So it was against Wilder the whole.
So the water spiking is something that has been confirmed.
Well, they said it on Twitter.
But they went to court about that.
They went to court about that, and
so this is really serious. Like Wilder really believes that these fighters are drink.
Everybody do.
Everybody, his trainers, everybody too.
Mm-hmm. That's why the trainers are fired because the trainer that he had in there. You knew if there's something to this glove. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and you say it's an inside job.
It was an inside job.
Wow. What if the trainer?
But they didn't have the commission.
What if he bet against Wilder?
So he made a whole lot of money that night.
Because why? What's your motive? What's your motive to spike his punch unless you got some money against him?
Yeah. Or what do they pay you to do that?
You supposed to lose this.
Yeah.
I got a lot of money on the line, brother.
Yeah, he was.
I got some money. I'm betting against you, bro.
But that's why he got fired too, though. Just
you out of there.
You out of there.
You got to get fired, and we might pull up and beat you up.
I think there's still a lawsuit going with that trainer too with Wilder.
I'm gonna have some special people pull up to that man's house. We're gonna have to see you about this, nigga. You spiking punches and shit.
I feel like because the judge couldn't confirm it, he said you have to fight Wilder before October is over. Otherwise, we strip you, and we're gonna put a lawsuit on you.
He tried not to fight.
He was trying to
avoid.
They had a contract to have a rematch, and he was.
I seen him try to dodge this.
He was trying.
So I was wondering how they end up getting back to it. I guess I figured that
Wilder won the arbitration. He won the arbitration. He won the court case.
So he was forced.
He was forced
to get this chance, this rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He was trying to
Furby's trying to dodge this.
He was trying to dodge. He was trying to go to Joshua and do the same to him and take them belts and then just retire on this or fight some other. So he was not trying to fight Wilder again.
He said he's trying to secure his legacy.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to run out the back door. Oh no. Come back here. Come here. Bring that ass back here. Hold up. Nigga. You did that on what? Black History Month? Hold up, nigga. We need that back.
And then you see like the recent interviews they're doing to build up the fight in 2 weeks, and he's acting not like himself.
I love it. It's a quiet storm right now.
I just feel like Wilder might give me this one. Who says that we're about to fight somebody? They might beat you on this one. That's like you backed in the corner and you caught now, so you can't do what the fuck you did before. I didn't beat him that bad in the fight. Nigga, you wasn't talking that shit last year when no one knew about all this shit. I beat the bum. I beat the bronze bummer. He's a trash. He's a bum, black trash, and all this other shit.
Wilder ain't talking no shit.
No, he ain't saying nothing.
He's quiet storm. He said, nigga.
And then Fury don't know what to say or do. He's like, he might get me. I seen his training videos. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Don't try to motherfucker make it. Try to put a blanket on the loss, nigga. No. I'm finna scream real loud if you go to sleep in this motherfucker. Nigga, they owe me $83. I'm very upset about it still.
Right.
The TV almost got broke that day. It's Black History Month, nigga.
You could ask my girl, bro. I was so upset. Like we watching the theaters. We supposed to go to Paradise Valley watch because I have boxing friends. They live in Paradise Valley. We supposed to go there, but she wanted to go to. She bought tickets for the theater, so I'm like, okay, I would just let my brother and them go over there and watch that, and then we go in the theater. I was in the theater just like amazed, and she's like, "Babe, come on!" I couldn't even get off my seat.
I was hot.
White people in the back going crazy, like they just.
Oh my god! I was sick.
White History Month.
Thank God I was not outside. Oh my god! I was out there. Oh my! I probably would have beat one of them damn people up. Oh my god! Thank God
I was flabbergasted. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I wanted to fight Fury.
It was like Twilight Zone.
I was like, oh no, he can't do that. And be like, I'm next. Hold up, nigga. Oh hell no, you gonna let him do that at Black History Month? I'm next.
If I wasn't 5'10" and the actual heavyweight, I would want that motherfucker.
I want to fight. Hold up, Wilder. You gotta get that back. We gotta let that. You gotta get that back for us.
I didn't know what to think at the time. I was just like, okay, I'm happy for him because at the time, this is before all that stuff came out where he cheated and spiked water and glue. So I'm like, okay, if it happened, it happened. It's sad it happened on that month, but fuck it, nigga. Congratulations. We was real good sports about the shit. Then all the stuff came out and it was like, bro.
See, look like I felt like something was wrong. See, we tried to be good about it.
Yeah.
Try to be good sports about it. So they be like, oh, niggas is mad, niggas is hating.
We actually gave the nigga praise. Like,
congratulations. It's all good. It's just, it felt like something was wrong.
It did.
It looked like what's up? But I felt like he just was looking for that punch. He was just trying to wait for that big heavy punch, and that's why he wasn't as active as Fury was.
No.
And Fury did exactly what he did after he had after Wilder had knocked him out the previous fight.
Yeah.
He stuck to that round that right after how he came back and he was fighting and
he ran to him.
Yeah,
first round he
started taking up his space and he started walking him down.
Mm-hmm.
And Wilder couldn't get as active at him because he was in his space. Wilder liked to use his reach. Wilder liked to tap jaw with the reach.
6'7", 6'8", but this nigga 6'9", 6'10". They got the same reach.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna work with.
Right. He ain't used to fighting a fighter as tall as him.
Right.
I mean,
because he kind of struggled with Gerald Washington at first. I think he's like 6'6", 6'7" too, and they kind of like the same height.
Have you fought a tall fighter? How much is that a challenge for a short fighter to fight a tall fighter?
It could really be a benefit for me. It was a benefit just because
you could take up his space.
That part, because he's gonna have to punch down.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
I'm blocking all this, so I'm going in. I can hit you. It's hard for you to hit my body. Right. I fought someone that was 6'2", 6'1", a few times, but I like fighting either same height or a little bit taller. Because my challenge was short fighters, so that's how I know. Because when there's a short fighter, then I'm the tall situation. Yes, so I'm struggling to hit them, and they hit me easy. And short niggas hit hard as fuck. Hard as fuck. I almost got knocked out one time.
Mike Tyson is a short nigga.
He's my height. He's like 5'10",
Mike
5'9". Yeah, exactly.
I do not. I swear to God, nobody want to get hit by Mike Tyson right now. I don't care how old that nigga is. You just don't. That's not something you want.
You could be big as Shaq. You don't want to be hit by Tyson.
You do not want one of those. That's not something that you would sign up for. You don't want to get one of those punches.
No.
That'll hurt. It really hurt. I don't care how old that man is. That hurts.
He still got it. It's just age beats every man. You see what I'm saying? So you ain't what you was in your 30s and 20s.
He's not 20-year-old Mike Tyson.
He's 55.
That's still Mike Tyson.
It's still Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson out there on the street.
He's still swole as fuck.
You better be very respectful.
Yeah.
Huh?
We do a song, hour and 34 minutes. Then we're doing a song.
Oh, let's do a song.
Some music.
We're about to wrap it up in 20 minutes.
All right, we're about to play some music, man. We're gonna get to the music. Let's go straight music, straight
song,
through.
From all the ones that you sent us.
Yep, introduce some music.
Brand new.
You want to say something about that real quick?
See, what I do music, I just be writing what's on my mind at the time, like what I'm feeling, whatever I'm going through. Like I went to London 2 years ago. That's why I made Paris 24. So I wasn't in Paris, but just to be overseas type shit, it was just like, this is crazy. Like I really wanted to go to Paris. We didn't get to, but it was just like, what if I could? You know what I mean? So I just had this something realistic / sometime fairy tale in my life.
You can speak things into existence.
That's
manifestation.
Speak it, believe it, receive it. That's what I really believe. So brand new is just driving a Porsche. I'd never had a Porsche, but I can imagine if I drove a rental Porsche.
Like Pac said, picture me rolling.
That part, picture me rolling. So that's really what brand new is.
Yeah. Feel it. I'm in there.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? If you can feel the feeling like you're actually there. Mm-hmm. It can happen.
And I like this song. I performed last night. Shout out to Bullet, Jay Bruce. I got 3 people that said I get the Mo 3 vibes, which is the best compliment I ever fucking got.
He said the Mo 3 vibe.
I always wanted to, yeah, let's go.
Let's hear this. Let's hear this. Let's go.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge. Savage. Dropping the push and sitting on brand new, making this money, I feel like Sopranos. KIG up on the beat and this brand new, taking the game, I feel like I'm Rambo. Dropping the push and sitting on brand new, making this money, I feel like Sopranos. KIG up on the beat and this brand new, taking the game, I feel like I'm Rambo. Suicide doors that came out the family. Push it close, you cannot catch it. Run up the show, I'll show you what cash is. She wanna fuck, but I'm feeling so brand new. Dropping the push and sitting on brand new, making this money, I feel like Sopranos. KIG up on the beat and this brand new, taking the game, I feel like I'm Rambo. Suicide doors that came out the family. Push it close, you cannot catch it. Run up the show, I'll show you what cash is. She wanna fuck, but I'm feeling so brand new. Pushing on the floor, my bitches decked out of more. We picked up the killers, I'm scoring. Smoking on the wood, so you know that I'm snoring. The stars are pressing, they say that it's boring. Reading the signs of the best of females. I put on my squad in Brazil. I put on that whole shit. Feeling your savage. You killing my niggas with shit out the window. Make that you hop out your feelings. You be in the prison, so the medicine ain't all in the window. So I see it on the internet. I'm allergic to the trenches. I be on top back in the back in the field. My niggas house and they bust for the million. Feeling brand new on my hit, make a killer. Now 100 back in the can't go to vision. My whole squad turned up and I hit up the finest. Didn't feel bad, they deserved it. Hit on my ground, but I heard it. Couldn't turn back and I worked it. They switched up and I purpose. Feeling brand new, so they time now. Trying to run down on what's mine now. 12K shot into the spine now. Had to talk smooth when it's time now. Yeah, we gon' ride on. Driving the bush in the city, I'm brand new. Making this money, I feel like Sopranos. KIG up on the beat and it's brand new. Taking the game, I feel like I'm Rambo. Suicide doors that came up the family. Push it close, you cannot catch it. Run up a show, I'll show you what cash is. She wanna fuck, but I'm feeling so brand new. Driving the bush in the city, I'm brand new. Making this money, I feel like Sopranos. KIG up on the beat and it's brand new. Taking the game, I feel like I'm Rambo. Suicide doors that came with the family. Push it close, you cannot catch her. Run up the show, I show you the cash. She wanna fuck, but I'm feeling so brand new. Dropping the push in the city, I'm brand new. Making this money, I feel like Sopranos. KIG up on the beat and it's brand new. Taking the game, I feel like I'm brand new. Suicide doors that came with the family. Push it close, you cannot catch her. Run up the show, show the cash. She wanna fuck, but I'm feeling so brand new. Now he's a chicken, I'm feeling so gifted. She feel optimistic, the sex be scripted. I fuck on the show, this is different positions. She yeah, she can tell, but it's just the beginning. Back to the basics, my money impatient. My girl super saiyan, my eyes on my basic. They went to her mission, the leader's obsession. They red like a mason. Stacking, we hate it. My diamonds reserved. She on the spell, I don't kiss and tell. More of the story, the face in hell. She said that I'm nice, and she loving my skin. She loving my still. Fucking on the stewardess. My move is so lucrative. You can't please myself, I'm new with it. Look when you're rugged. Put it right on my back and attacking my back of my music. She feel to get into. This ain't that good to see. My family and everything in my energy. They want me to fall off, but I know that just on my recipe. Feel to get into. This ain't that good to see. My family and everything in my energy. They want me to fall off, but I know that just on my recipe. Driving the bush in the city, I'm brand new. Making this money, I feel like Sopranos. KIG up on the beat and it's brand new. Taking the game, I feel like I'm brand new. Suicide doors that came up the family. Push it close, you cannot catch her. Run up the show, I'll show you what cash is. She wanna fuck, but I'm feeling so brand new.
Thank you.
What's the name of that track right there?
Brand new.
Brand new.
Yeah, that's brand new.
Oh yeah, that's brand new shit right there.
Yeah. You can play one more that's a banger right now, the Slack.
That's nice. That's real nice.
I appreciate that.
I love the melody. I love the beat. You got some style on there. You got so many flavors. Somebody you usually go fast.
And then slow it down.
Yes. I noticed the styles. Yes, you have a lot of style in
God and know how to do it. God, you moving know that we're shooting. I came in the game as a student. I started as savage and now I'm a shooter. There's money and curse, I can lose it. I feel like the king, I feel undisputed. You get out a lot and you do it. I get out a lot and I swear we do it. You already know how we do it. You go out your move, you know that we shoot. I came in the game as a student. I started as savage and now I'm a shooter. There's money or curse, I can lose it. I feel like the king, I feel undisputed. You get out a lot and we do it. I gave him a pass and watch how we shoot. Watch how we shoot. I feel like the mannequin up in that pole and he feels like a mannequin. Started from Proverbs and went back to Genesis. Try to forgive him, but I'm not a pacifist. My hands are prejudiced. My niggas pop out the creepy with stunning clips. Sachi was slip with the reaper is back again. Put out the chopper and David and take him and play this on life for the stash and he mad again. Got the hook hand right on my sleeve. Come find out honey, you know you gon' bleed. Do it for my hood, do it for my team. So we gon' make it and that's by all means. Lost all my niggas because of the grade. Promise that happens but something can flee. You ain't a boss, you ain't a G. You steady capping, don't say you know me. Rapping and trapping, I'm changing the picture. I'm blessing the mic going off like a scripture. If I roll me a block, just know it's a stick up. You better not blink and you better not hiccup. Blessing the cash, but I'm still going crazy. Can't keep my hands dirty, so I pass it to Bracy. These niggas is thirsty. I'm chalking, rehearsing, and going out hurting, so I'm popping with purpose. Slap, slap. Got the game right on my back. Slap, slap. You know I'm right from the trap. I pass it and ain't going back. I started to coach from the map. Better than pop and relax. They know I'm done for the slap. They know how to do it. Go out your move, you know that we're shooting. I came in the game as a student. I started as savage and now I'm a shooter. There's money and curse, I can lose it. I feel like the king, I feel undisputed. You get out a lot and you do it. I get out a lot and I swear we do it. You already know how we do it. You go out your move, you know that we're shooting. I came in the game as a student. I started as savage and now I'm a shooter. There's money and curse, I can lose it. I feel like the king, I feel undisputed. You get out a lot and we do it. I gave him a pass, so watch how we shoot. Watch how we shoot.
My depression and stress. Fuck that. I'ma just beats like I blew for my kin. Marvin let a nigga down and take off. Niggas spasm, what the fuck I be on? Letting loose like I'm really pissed off. Thought I was sweeping niggas all wrong. Judgmental fucking hate along. Like Shock G, just the same song. Meanwhile, got a Dutch lit. Standing waiting, who won't smoke? Whatever with whoever, all for it. Never capping, but I stay fit. And niggas know that I'm filled with bombs. Fucking Boy Scout and don't sell shit. 360 when I flip the script. Buck wild like a chick stripping. Whenever slipping, yeah, fucking slow. Fully woke, raising the cage flow. Broke the chain, off the scale, too much weight. Mentally heavy, aim stay. So I can practice, surely active. Always paying hip hop nigga, really what the fuck respect? Rep to death, ripping shit. Another paper, another chapter coming after. Passion rapper, never slacker, never lack. I hold my liquor and I ain't a drinker, just a quick thinker. Niggas wanna jump ahead, but I ain't pressing, I ain't stressing. Keep them guessing with the shit. That a bitch, never quit, too legit. Words of salad, never broken, well spoken. Never to hold my own, just best mention.
I didn't know how to do it. Go out your move, you know that we're shooting. I came in the game as a student. I started as savage and now I'm a shooter. There's money and curse, I can lose it. I feel like the king, I feel undisputed. You get out a lot and you do it. I get out a lot and I swear we do it. You already know how we do it. You go out your move, you know that we're shooting. I came in the game as a student. I started as savage and now I'm a shooter. There's money and curse, I can lose it. I feel like the king, I feel undisputed. You get out a lot and we do it. I gave him a pass, so watch how we shoot. Watch how we shoot. Slat, 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 slat.
That's just out right there.
Thank you.
Who's on that track with you?
It's my nigga Savage LCNT, Laz Darray. One of my best homie. Shout out to Laz.
Yeah. I know you got a lot of tracks with Laz.
That's
I was going through your catalog. I see Laz. I can't put a face to it, but I know
it's kind of like the Baby and Stunnerful Vegas. Like they just go together. So we have a lot of shit where I have all solo tracks that I didn't push back then, but when me and Laz clicked together, it was just it was like, okay, he's the lyricist, I'm the not mumble rapper, but the little baby, the baby type shit. So it's kind of like Jadakiss doing a song with Young Thug or something like that. It's something that you never. It's a good combination. It just works.
That's so different. It's so dope. So dope and different. I like your voice. Your voice is dope.
Appreciate it.
That's dope. The beats is dope. The beat was dope. The song was dope. I like it. I really do. We need to play another one.
I'm with it. Where'd she go?
We definitely need to play.
I'm down to do two more if we got time. She just, yeah.
Which one you gonna do next?
I say Paris, then Texas Hold'em. Then if we have time, I want to do Four Horsemen for you because you like that one.
I love Four Horsemen.
That was like, last year we had a lot going on.
When I first heard that one, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga spit.
Yeah, that was a black movement right there.
Spit. Like, wow. I was impressed. I ain't gonna lie. I was impressed.
Yeah, I dedicated it to George Floyd and Breonna Taylor too. So
yeah,
like we was just going through a lot last year. It felt like if you a rapper that care about the community, you have to do a song like that. My vision for that was, okay, you look at the original story for the Four Horsemen, there was it was white dudes. But I'm saying, what if we can go back in time and the Four Horsemen was niggas, pretty much, black dudes. And we was just going around robbing banks, showing that we ain't oppressed or scared of what was going on. Like, what if we made that change? Where would we be at now? Type shit. Doing that, there was actually a story. I forgot the dude's name. Oh my god, I can't believe it. But there was a slave that actually was like that. He got killed, but he was a revolutionary and doing something similar to what I was doing in that song. I didn't know this making the song. Okay. It was brought to me by a publisher.
Oh wow! Yeah. So you actually was speaking a story that actually
somewhat happened. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Without knowing.
And I'm like, are you for real? Mookie told me. Wow. Shout out to Mookie Mook, Bogart ENT. Okay. He told me the story, and then one of his people his sister was a publisher, Starlita Jackson. Okay. And I was lacking, and I probably still can, but they wanted to make a book about that. Wow. To turn into a movie. And I'm like,
well, I know the guy can use us all as instruments, as vessels. The guy probably using you to deliver a message.
Amen. I'm with that.
I've spoken in tongues before. You know about people who speak in tongues and stuff. So God can use your tongue.
My mama do all the time.
God can use your tongue to tell you to tell a message, deliver a message through you. That's crazy that you actually spoke. You did a rap that happened. That
I wish I could find the name of it.
Created it. Yeah. But it was something that actually happened.
Yes.
In history. That's incredible. What's the likeliness of that?
Yeah.
What do you think about? Well, I know that we were just talking about how last year was with George Floyd and stuff. And the presidential election and all that stuff, the tension in the air between racism and stuff. And right now, I feel like, do you feel like people feel more are getting comfortable because Biden's president, or do you think we should still be at a sense of awareness?
I think we should still be a sense of awareness. It don't matter if Obama went back in office.
Right.
This was happening when he was in office.
Right.
This was happening. What's his name? What's the kid that died in 2013? I can't believe I'm
talking about Trayvon
Martin. He died on Obama's watch.
Man, a lot of people died on Obama's watch.
So it don't
Mike
matter
Brown
who
died on Obama's watch.
That too.
Then Tamir Rice died on Obama's watch.
She did. So it don't matter who's in office, black, white. We still got to watch, because they could be controlled in the government too, just because you're in face.
Right, because he was telling everybody, just calm down. Mm-hmm. It's okay, we're going to work it out. We're going to figure it out.
Never did.
They go send this nigga, go talk, calm them niggas down. Send this nigga in there.
Because George Zimmerman's still walking free, ain't he? Like,
yeah, he's living life. He's their hero now. Because he killed a boy.
14 years old. Or 17 years old, I believe. But still, that's
sad.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's so sad that somebody think that he's somebody because he was able to kill a little boy because the little boy was whooping his ass, huh?
Because you was messing with him, saying he stole,
like a man to kill a little boy because he was getting the best of you because you went over there fucking with him and he got the best of you. Started pitting them things on you, huh?
It really break my heart. Mm-hmm. Like we have to watch our back just off of color. Like white folks,
after having a kid, or if you even having
that
a son,
too, like,
you gotta tell them, you gotta give them.
And that breaks your heart to break that down. Like you're gonna be a target just because what's on your skin.
They don't like you. Like you. You got. I have to tell my nephews stuff like that. Like it's not your fault.
No, it's not our fault.
They just don't. They don't like us. I mean, you can't help that they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And
yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta be strong enough to push through that shit. That shit can't be we can't allow that shit to fold us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit we gotta be able to regulate type of shit like that. I don't think that we should be putting our guard down, but I do believe that a lot of people
enjoy the peace that we're getting currently, but don't let it get too comfortable where it's just okay, because this shit can happen with the next tomorrow.
Yeah, I believe a lot of I believe a lot the whole our black community has gotten comfortable.
Yeah, me too.
And that's kind of we can't get comfortable with nobody out there.
And it's like you see a pattern where it happens a lot. Where even back with Trayvon Martin, this happened way before him, but this situation or some situations will happen. It'll calm down, then happen again. Yeah. And then happen again. And it's always when we get comfortable and are like everything's okay now. It's not okay.
It's not okay. We got to keep on pushing the agenda so these motherfuckers get this extra training that they need to learn. They need to learn how to do restraints, physical restraints. Have some type of professionality to you, some kind of skill about you. If you out there gun ho shooting, then what's the difference between you and a soldier? Yeah. Soldiers are trained to shoot and kill. You're not a soldier.
No.
You're not a soldier. So if you're hiring trained soldiers, people who are killers, trained killers, and you giving them and putting them in a position where they're out here apprehending citizens that are citizens of the country, you know what I'm saying? And they're treating them like a situation like they were overseas in Afghanistan. You putting people in situations that they shouldn't be in that situation. You putting a soldier on a traffic stop.
Yeah.
Why you putting a soldier out there on a traffic stop? This nigga should probably be in SWAT or something. You know what I'm saying?
They treat police better than they treat the people they send in the military. Like
you don't send a military cop, a cop that is coming from the military out on a traffic stop.
You know.
He's a killer.
PTSD and all type of shit.
Right. We don't know what the fuck is wrong with this nigga. He yelling, stop, man. He ready to shoot up some shit. That's how they're trained. They're soldiers. Right. You sending a soldier out there on a traffic stop,
though. His first thing is to shoot first. That's question last.
You damn right. That's how they taught. They taught to shoot shit because little kids out there blowing shit up in Afghanistan. A little motherfucker. My homeboy was. He a nigga like me, you know what I'm saying, like us. And this nigga went out there and shit, and he said, nigga, them little kids will do you. Like, you don't know what little kids are carrying rocket launchers out there, nigga. A motherfucker that's like 12 years old to hit you with something out there, nigga. They got dumb kids.
Man, not even just the kids, but dumb adults. They have motherfuckers strap bombs to themselves and will blow you up, and plus themselves, but just to get you. That shit is crazy.
That's kamikaze.
Yeah.
See, I blow me up to get you.
I'm not trying to get to a motherfucker.
Nah, that's too much. I can't sacrifice myself now.
Yeah, so
you gotta earn that.
Like, it's a whole different level of. Ain't nothing like the military. I've never been, but I can just only imagine. I have friends, family that's been in it, right. And just hearing stories, and it's like a horror movie.
Right. Yeah. It's like imagine like from our scenario of militant acts to be like as far as an actual shootout in the community, actual gang shootout or something like that. If you've been through something like that, it's like
it causes PTSD too.
Yeah. That'll create a certain type of awareness. You know what I'm saying? They have you always own it a certain type of way.
And it did.
So imagine that type of person stopping motherfuckers asking people questions. And you ready, you don't trust motherfuckers kind of. Right. You like, nigga, don't be reaching this shit. Hey, keep your hands and shit. Hey, nigga, I'm probably about to shoot you, nigga.
I'll be the nigga to be like, can you get it for me? You can come in the car. Like, I'm not moving.
But the thing is, I think with their situation and our situation is they're sending people in our communities that don't have no idea how to deal with relations with urban people and urban communities.
I think they do it on purpose. Mm-hmm. They do that on purpose, but yeah, they don't have any wherewithal to how to deal with this stuff.
How many times have you heard about white or Mexican cops going into the white community, shooting up the white people?
Never.
Having miscommunications with white people.
I've never seen it. They always highlight the news as us.
Why are white people coming into urban communities having miscommunications with urban people? If you have no history of being in around urban people, it's probably safe to say that you have no idea how to deal with urban people in urban communities.
Right.
Maybe you need to send this motherfucker to Scottsdale somewhere, and so he can be around his people where he's comfortable around. Don't send that motherfucker that ain't been around the hood to the hood. He's seen this shit on TV and he's scared. He has a perception. He has a perception of who these people are. So he's already coming in kind of scared. You know what I'm saying? And the scared motherfucker gonna shoot a motherfucker faster than a motherfucker that's gonna really want to shoot you.
Real shit. That's how I lost my cousin. That's real shit.
Scared motherfucker. He anything that make him scared, he want to squeeze. He ain't motherfucker. Boo! He gonna accidentally bust one.
Because the motherfucker. Yeah, because the motherfucker who's scared, they ain't trying to die.
Right, they ain't trying to die.
That happened to us back then. I'm not gonna get to a story about me in the hood and shit, but we was doing our dirt. It was a little riot type shit.
Right.
And the scariest nigga, y'all know, I can say it's Ricky.
Man.
Y'all don't know who the fuck that is, but it was Ricky. And he came out with the shotgun at they stole from one of the homies, which started this whole riot type shit. And this was the most bitchest nigga from the hood. This nigga was scary as shit. He would only fight when he was drunk, and even then he get his ass whooped. This nigga was not about nothing. So when he came out with the shotgun, we were still going at it, beating each other's ass.
Do shit.
Yeah, boom. Oh shit.
He bust.
Oh shit. We took off. He pointed at me for it. I'm like, hold on, Rick.
That's me, nigga.
So I learned that the scary. And we was like, we back to the trap house. We like, was that Ricky shooting? That was Ricky shooting.
Oh man, the gun. I done seen people get excited. Some people get excited about the fear that they put into people with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Some people fall in love with that. The way they feel when they make motherfuckers scared.
Mm-hmm.
Some people fall in love with that fear feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's evil.
Yeah.
That's evil. I think that motherfucker fall in love with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some people fall in love with that feel of just want to, you know what I'm saying, putting that fear in a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that shit creates situations and shit. Some people just, I don't know. Some people walking around angry. You know what I'm saying?
And I actually, it's a crazy story. When I came out here, I didn't go to high school here, but I got my GED out here. Because there was no program like that. It was programs, but you just had to get each other. But a program out here where they teach you what you need to know. Right. I got my GED within a month, which was one of the highest at their charts. And we was at a college. One person we went to college with. This is a crazy story too, where this was one of the, I don't know how he didn't graduate, but he got his GED here before he left. You ever watch that movie, that show Degrassi, where the nerd shot Drake type shit?
I was Degrassi Junior High before Drake was on there.
That's a real school? Canadian. That's a real school, or is that just, I don't know.
Degrassi was around before Drake even came on the show.
Oh, it was, but I'm saying like
I'm first generation Degrassi Junior High. Oh. I'm Canadian.
Is it a real school though? Like
they filmed it at a school.
Oh, okay. I'm like, she said it like it was a real. I'm like, that's a real school.
Well, I feel like nobody knows Degrassi over here until Drake came along. Meanwhile, there's a whole generation for the first Degrassi.
I heard of that, but I'm a '90s baby, so I'm like,
and I'm a '70s baby, so Degrassi's been around.
Yeah, I seen that too, but we ain't gonna know. Like, but I've heard that.
And the second generation with Drake in it sucked ass. The first generation was the best with the '70s babies and the '80s babies. I didn't even watch when Drake was on it. I didn't
really watch it like that. I just went back to watch it because that's when he started.
I'm happy that you did. I'm happy somebody watched a Canadian show. I'm happy to watch something from Canada. For good 2 years.
Oh yeah, Canada lit. Look at the Weeknd, Tory Lanez, Drake, like Canada. Yeah.
Okay, we've been lit. Michael J. Fox.
I did not know that. Michael J. Fox is
You know Michael J. Fox is Canadian?
I did not. They don't really highlight that.
If you look at the bios and you read up on people like I do, when I like somebody and I go to Google and I check their bio, you see everything. And I knew Michael J. Fox since I was like 10. I don't know him, but I knew he was Canadian since I was like 10 years old. Because, fuck, future Canadians are doing things. It's like, hell yeah, I can do it too. And then one of the ones that I'm not a big fan of Justin Bieber either, but
he is Canadian. Yeah, I
realize that.
Celine, yes, he is. Celine Dion. There's so many people that are Canadian out here.
I don't know why I always thought that.
That nigga from LA or something?
Yeah, I thought he was
I looked him
Deborah
up.
Fox. Deborah Cox. I mean, there's so many people that are Canadian.
Deborah Cox is from Canada.
Yes, sir. Deborah Cox is Canadian.
I know that. I had no idea.
There's so many artists out here that are mainstream that are not American. And people don't know that. Because you know what? They don't care enough to look them up. They listen to a song and say, hey, I like that.
Maybe they're so
When I like somebody, I buy all their albums. I see where they're born. Everything.
Sometimes some artists proudly represent where they're from. And sometimes artists will never mention where they're from in their music.
So was Drake
does it all the time. All his songs says Toronto.
So what I'm saying, was he like the first Canadian artist to really rep Canada like that?
No.
You're right.
Before him, we wasn't on no Canadian rappers until
he was not.
So
everybody does the research. You have Chalk Clear.
Who was popping like Drake?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Drake, I swear to God, I heard of Drake little on.
Yeah.
There was Chalk Clear.
They're telling me about the roster, so I've never seen it.
Can everybody look up Chalk Clear?
Chalk Clear? I'll look her up.
There's a lot of Canadian artists that did it before Drake that paved his way.
The nigga was in the wheelchair in the show and shit. This
Clear.
Nigga be rapping though. This nigga dog for Jack.
It brought us.
Check this nigga out. His name is Drake.
Right. Chalk Clear.
Like, all right, I'm check this shit out.
There's a lot of artists that are from Canada that did it way before Drake did.
I believe that.
We're mainstream. That helped Drake to get where he was. So if you look at a lot of our Canadian artists, you will see that and say, "Oh, they've already been signed."
It's crazy.
Drake wasn't the first person to be signed.
He blew up
he blew up in Toronto or Canada like Drake did.
Yes.
He blew up before he even blew up.
He did.
Here's the thing. In America, he blew up. If you talk to anyone that's Canadian, and I'm telling you, as a fellow Canadian, as a fellow Canadian, you ask anyone with Drake in Canada, they will say, "Fuck Drake."
Why?
Why? Because we had a lot of.
The only reason a lot of people know even fuck with Canada is because Drake.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't go there. That's a whole lie. Celine Dion. Nobody knows Celine Dion?
I heard of him.
She don't represent Canada.
It's not him. Yes, she does. She's Canada. She's Canadian.
She ain't out there with the Toronto Raptors jerseys on and shit.
Wow. See,
she ain't out there. She ain't out there Toronto'd up. She ain't.
That's not my.
I'm just represent.
She's singing good songs. She has some hits, but she ain't out there like this is Canada.
I don't know what song she did. What song did she do?
Drake is the ambassador.
Yeah, I don't know what song.
Drake ain't Drake the official ambassador of Canada right now?
He is not, sir.
He is.
I mean, to the young generation, I feel like I never heard of Celine Dion.
Ain't he part of the owners?
Never heard of Celine Dion.
I've heard of her, but I never heard like a song type shit.
Ain't he part of ownership of Toronto Raptors?
Yeah. No, so nobody's heard of Vince Carter either?
He don't own part of the team.
Yeah.
I've heard of the basketball player, right? Yeah, I've heard of basketball. He from Canada?
Toronto Raptors. What the fuck? Yeah, what do you mean? And him and his cousin.
Oh.
I mean, that go for like, because Kobe.
No, but to say exactly. So I'm saying, what are you talking about putting Canada on the map? It ain't just one little light-skinned motherfucker. It's been a whole bunch of people doing this shit throughout the decade.
But what we're saying is, okay, Kobe from Philadelphia, but he was playing for the Lakers. He was from LA. So I don't know if Vince Carter was from. I thought he was just playing. What's the dude that they just beat the championship last year? Lakai, the weird laugh dude, the bracelet.
What? Steve Nash.
Talking about Kawhi Leonard.
I heard Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Steve Nash.
Yeah, no.
Nash.
He's from there. I know that.
Arizona? Steve Nash?
He's from Arizona.
Yeah, he's Canada. He represents.
I thought he was Canadian. Yeah, I thought he was Canadian.
That's what I'm saying. Don't tell me that there's not a whole bunch of people out here mingling in the U.S. that aren't representing Canada.
No, I didn't say that. We said musically. We said musically and making hits.
Okay, we're going musically? Then yeah.
We said musically and making hits that represent Canada
Okay, I'm
like Drake.
For next
Drake
Sunday,
is the ambassador of that representing Canada shit.
I'll listen.
Because since you're saying that you don't recognize Celine Dion and them,
she don't represent Canada like that. She representing her talent.
French.
She's singing her talent. She's singing nice songs, but she ain't like, oh nigga, this is Canada.
She never said that she wasn't. She never said she was American. She is Canadian.
No, she never said she was American.
How many opera singers say, "Hey, ho, fucking Canada, Canada"?
That's why I'm telling you. That's why I say. That's why I say Drake is the ambassador for Canada because he represents that shit.
Titanic was one of the famous songs that are there. Celine Dion.
She could get in a line. She could get in a line, and she could get in a line with the Canada.
And I will go ahead and do a whole list for you for next week, so you get all the Canada people that have made history. I will do the whole list for you. I'll do the whole.
Every section has a face of the hip hop scene.
Okay.
So Drake is a well-known face. He happens if there's a total poll of the
Drake,
Canadian artist.
I will bet you everything that I own and everything that I do in my life, and I could die today or tomorrow, that Drake will tell you that if it was not for Chalk-Clear or none of them other fucking rappers in Toronto, he would not be where the fuck he's at right now. Because Chalk-Clear and them did make it mainstream. The same way motherfuckers talk about Willie North Pole and shit in Arizona, that's how Chalk-Clear and them was in Toronto.
Oh, I see what she's saying. Okay.
So you understand the fuck I'm saying? You can't sit there. No, but he did that. He did. Nobody knows. A lot of people know. I'm saying nobody. A lot of people don't know that Willie actually got a deal. A lot of people don't know that Rum Nitty got a deal. I was talking to a couple young niggas today, and they were like, "We don't know that. Fuck them old heads." So that's what I'm saying. Drake is way younger than Chalk-Clear and the rest of them in fucking Toronto, okay? And they already got deals. They like the same thing as.
But they can't make hits like Drake.
It don't matter.
It does matter.
Okay, so
that's why they're not as famous as Drake. That's why they have not done the things that Drake has done because they can't make hits.
Okay, well I'm sorry. The Rum Nitty hasn't done any hits.
This nigga Drake is singing. Drake is singing to everybody's. Drake is out here singing to everybody's bitches.
Fuck that shit.
Drake is out here singing to everybody's bitches right now. And they love it.
And
they keep listening to it.
But they know listening to Nitty or nothing.
They out there getting ran over doing the what's that?
That's biased.
What's that song? He had niggas out there getting out there ran over that ran.
Tootsie Slide or something.
The Ricky. Kiki.
Yeah, you already know that.
Kiki. He had motherfuckers out there getting ran over.
Nobody was doing like Drake known in America, Russia.
Okay, and so are other people. If you guys do your research, so are the ones that came before him. But if you guys want to feel that way about somebody over there, then I feel the same way about your little Arizona celebrity artist that y'all fucking claiming. Then fuck them.
We haven't made them. We haven't had an Arizona artist that broke out like Drake.
Oh, I swear to God.
We haven't had an Arizona artist that's winning like Drake.
Magic was like the closest one.
But I'm talking about hits after hits, like on that level of Drake. No, we get there, but we can't claim that yet.
They're really not. They're really not. And they're not getting it.
I just want to know.
But thank you for that, ma'am. Thank you, because they're not getting what the fuck I'm saying. They're not getting it.
I just said that. I said we haven't had an artist that
has about what you said about the artist.
Level.
She understands what I'm saying because I totally explained it. I totally explained it.
Offensive to them in their country.
Y'all not giving homage to who the fuck deserves it. Because if y'all want to sit there and keep on praising people like Rum Nitty and Willie North Pole, that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that Chalk-Clear from Canada is on that level where y'all keep on talking about how good
I hear what you say. Y'all pay homage because y'all from Canada.
No, but y'all pay homage.
We Americans. The nigga who made it is Drake. I'm from Arizona. I pay homage to the Arizona, the reputable. There's somebody that from Arizona here, and they don't give a fuck about that.
See, that's what I'm saying. You ain't getting it.
I'm saying. I'm telling you on some real nigga shit.
You're not getting it, Sticc.
I am getting it. I'm saying you're saying they're before, and they deserve their homage from Canadians.
Then why do you guys people that did not make it?
They deserve their homage. We're from their city.
The people from Arizona have not made it. They only made it to you
guys.
They
deserve their homage from Arizonians.
Please.
Willie was on the BET Awards.
That's what I'm saying. But they don't want to show.
That's my point.
People that became before fucking.
They deserve them homage from their people.
No matter where they from, it don't matter.
Queen Latifah in that video, Ladies First, she had one of the biggest femcs from Toronto, Canada, which is Missy Me. Mission Me is in Ladies First. How old is that video? Ladies First. Y'all don't know Queen Latifah?
Unity is my
I'm
shit.
just trying to say. If y'all know who Queen Latifah is, and you remember her Ladies First video.
Yeah.
Remember all the female rappers that were in there?
Yeah.
Okay, Mission Me. Look her up.
She's on that track.
Canadian.
Okay, what happened?
One of the old school. It doesn't matter what happened to her. It's an old school artist that made it and did it. She did it.
I hear you. Okay.
And she made people say, "Hey, if she can do this, so can I."
I get it.
If she can be there with Moni Love and
she was part of it, and guess who owes her motherfucking homage?
Everybody.
The Canadians that's coming out after her.
I can see that too because like Queen Latifah from New York.
We don't know. I don't know the culture of the Canadian. I know the Canadian who made it. That I know. That I heard of. I heard of Drake.
Yeah,
but then it's like the
you were just surprised to know about Justin Bieber. So what are you telling me?
Right. I didn't know he was a Canadian.
And I'm just saying, do your research. Man.
I understand. I hear exactly what you say. Do your research.
That's what I'm saying. You'll find out how many Canadians are there. And just because you don't know doesn't mean that homage does not need to be paid. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And big up
to the people who owe them homage. I'm not from Arizona. I don't owe them niggas homage.
Shit way before fucking Queen Latifah was doing her shit. But yeah, she's in the
I grew up bumping Too Short. I grew up bumping Too Short and Eminem, NWA.
That's awesome.
Snoop Dogg. My homage is different than who I owe it to. E40, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Bone. You know what I'm saying? I was a lot of West Coast getting bumped when I was coming up.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Master P shit. We went all the way south with it real quick.
The East Coast had it first before all that, though.
I'm sorry, I wasn't a fan. I'm sorry, I wasn't a fan. I like LL Cool J. I like LL Cool J.
Run DMC.
I'm bad.
Dana Dane.
I like LL Cool J. I'm bad. You know what I'm saying? That was something I listened to. But I ain't gonna lie. There was a lot of Too Short getting bumped when I was a little nigga.
Well, we from the West Coast, so yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying.
You know, that's what he's saying. Like, okay, you from Canada, you
right.
know more than his. Like, we know more of the West Coast,
right?
Type of shit. Not saying she don't. She however long she's been here, she might.
Right. That's why I say. That's why I say I owe homage to who I grew up listening to.
Yeah, like I get it.
They owe homage to who was the people who paved the way for their people, you know what I'm saying?
But she don't owe homage to like Ice Cube, Ice-T, Eazy-E,
Dre. So Ice-T all the way. I got his autograph when I was 12 years old. Because he came to Toronto to Eaton Center and I got his autograph there when he was fucking with Darlene.
And Prince had a house out there. It doesn't matter about
none of that. I don't give a fuck where the fuck you're from. You did what the fuck you did.
Yeah.
You had anything to do with my growing up, with my flicking shit that I was going through when I was young. Listen, if you've been around for more than 35 years, I'm paying homage to you.
Well, we 29. We ain't been around.
Yo, you're 29. He is not.
No, I understand.
Don't tell me
that. No. My point
I
is.
said me and my girl is 29.
My point is.
And that's no excuse to me. Because I know music older than me. I listen to shit that my mama listened to, my daddy listened to. I love that shit.
I just named Run DMC, LL Cool J, Kool Moe D. I said I listened to Kool
I was like 5 years old when Dana Dane came out. I was like fucking how years old when fucking Ice-T came out with I'm Your Pusher and flicking Colors and the movie Colors and shit. Like I shouldn't even be watching the movie, but I snuck and watched the movie.
Colors was one of the movies. That was one of the
favorite movies, man. One of my favorite movies.
And then when that song came out, that was one. That was one of the hardest songs.
What about Juice?
Juice is
man,
that was my.
That came out in the 90s, yeah, so I was already like, in the 90s when
it was just so sad when he killed Raheem.
Oh, I cried.
Oh my God!
I cried.
Why they get this?
I was like 60 years old when Juice came out.
Why they get this 16? Nigga?
I was around 16 when Juice came out, and I cried because I love me some Raheem. I was like, woo!
See, Pac was one of them niggas who got charged up when niggas get scared. Why you give this nigga the burner?
He remind me about 4 homeboys in the hood that I don't fuck with no more. Real talk in that movie Bishop.
Because they shiesty.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
let me use your pistol. I don't know
what's out right now, my
nigga. Nobody not getting the burner.
I got like 4 ex-homeboys that either locked up, dead, druggies. I just don't. They was like that though. It's like, nigga, if we give that nigga the burner, There's gonna be some problems.
Everybody knows somebody like Bishop, right?
Yes.
Don't they? Everybody knows somebody like Bishop.
Oh God,
Bishop is a person that exists in the black community.
They did that movie, bro. Like that. Like that's real shit, though. Like that. Oh my God,
that's fucked up.
I mean, I seen a post like today. Okay, Sticc, about people talking about like bros before hoes, and they checking for their homies before they check the chicks, right? But then they broke it down. And they was like, yo, Bishop killed Raheem. Nino killed G Money.
I posted that.
Did you do that shit? Yeah, like what the flying fuck? It's true story now.
Killed G Money.
When Nino killed G Money, I cried. How y'all feel about the Nino G Money?
G Money was fucking up.
He was, but did we have to kill him?
And I'm my brother's keeper.
His blood
yes, I am.
Killing my brother. I'm not killing my cousin over somebody. I'm killing my brother.
He told that nigga, if he find out this nigga the police, the feds, I'm gonna kill you, nigga.
Well, we didn't think.
He meant that. Really, I'm gonna kill you, nigga. This nigga is the police. I'm gonna kill you. You brought this high. You brought this super high yellow nigga in here.
The mental.
Yeah. At least Pop just killed you. He was doing the extra shit.
I cried. I was like, no, Nino, don't do it. He's sorry. I was like, he's sorry.
He fucked up. He fucked up the whole Carter, nigga.
Okay, my girl. So
you gotta pay for that.
What would happen if Nino Brown met Bishop?
If Nino Brown met Bishop?
Because I said Nino's only tough with his people. When he's by himself,
he's not.
He got his ass whooped by his team at the end of the movie.
Okay, but no. Nino would probably fucking put a bullet in Bishop's head.
Pac would put a bullet in his.
No. Because Nino cold as fuck.
When Nino pulled up on them motherfucking Italians with that motorcycle.
Rockabye, baby.
When they pulled up on that motorcycle.
Did Nino shoot or did that girl that said that shit?
No, Nino shot on that motorcycle.
What if there was no Vanessa? Then what?
No, Nino would have did it. If we put Nino against Bishop, right? I see Nino taking out Bishop.
Nino killed Bishop.
Oh, fuck no. You did share that.
First of all, you got to go through a lot of niggas before you even get to
that. What I'm saying, remove. That's what I'm saying though. Remove his niggas because Bishop was killing by himself. Remove Nino's niggas.
No, Bishop killing his fucking friends. Bishop was a snake.
He killed Rodamez too. Rodamez wasn't a friend.
It wasn't nobody.
The Quiles from the store wasn't no friend.
There were nobody. There were no fucking nobody hard. It was the punk ass stick up kids at the fucking corner store.
I fucked up. He shot Raheem. Raheem. Oh man, I was so sick as a little nigga, man. I was that shit. I was a little nigga, man. I was like, oh, this nigga just shot Raheem. I went to punch this nigga. I was like, what the fuck?
What did you do?
Why didn't give this nigga the gun? Like Raheem was just trying to be a good friend and shit.
Well, we got little fat stand by me over there talking about flicking.
I was sick, nigga.
And you little stand by me when Mr. Carter ain't fucking trying to do shit.
Hey,
and Q was hot just like I was. Q was to beat that nigga.
This how you know a movie so hard. When I watched that in 2001 for the first time, because I was like 10 years old. My sister was watching with her friends. My parents wasn't there. And just I'm like, Pac was in a movie. That's the first time. I'm 9 years old, nigga, 10 years old. I'm like, Tupac was in a movie. She's like, yeah, nigga, shut up, watch the movie. I'm like, okay. I'm watching. I'm scared to death of Bishop as a 9-year-old. Like when he killed Raheem, this nigga ain't good. Oh shit! Like when you know a movie's real when it scared the fuck out you.
Right.
That's what Bishop did. Like, Nino was like, I'm like, this nigga hard with this fucking crew, nigga, by himself.
No, he was not hard with. I'm sorry. I love me some Nino. Don't talk shit about Nino Brown, okay?
No, Nino.
I'll fight you. I'll fight you over Nino.
Nino with it.
I will fight you over some fucking Nino.
What I'm saying.
Don't play me.
Ice-T whooped that nigga ass.
Don't talk about me. You know what? Some shit at you right now.
Shout out to West. West is nice, one of my favorite actors.
Don't talk about Nino.
But the only reason he got to Nino is because of motherfucking G Money, and that's why he died on the roof.
That's why he had to. I understand why.
My brother's keeper.
Nino made mistakes. Yes, it wasn't just G Money.
Nino, he's sorry. Don't do it. Don't do G Money. Sorry.
Nino made mistakes too. It wasn't just G Money. So why kill G Money? You made mistakes too, nigga. You took this nigga.
Also with the bitch.
That part.
Look, he warned them, and then look.
That part.
And then look. Let the Scarface did. He warned the homie the same thing.
With Manny. With Manny.
Fuck with my sister. You can have any woman.
Okay. Let's do this.
Do not.
Who go harder?
With
Nino Brown? Sister. Nino Brown? Bishop?
No, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Or Scarface?
Walking out. No,
Scarface.
I said I got Scarface over Bishop. Now that's a nigga that was crazy.
So what you said, Bishop or Nino Brown? Who you talking about? Nino Brown or?
No, I said I got Scarface over Bishop.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Scarface told that nigga. He said
yes.
Scarface told him do not talk to my sister.
You don't got Scarface over Nino Brown?
No.
That would be a good. I don't know.
I don't.
That's like Rocky. That's like Mike Tyson versus Ali. I don't know who about to win that motherfucker, but it's gonna be good. I want to see.
Okay, listen. Tony Montana.
He was coked the fuck out.
He was cold as fuck though. Coked out or not, I deal with him. I love him.
He was a beast.
I used to call myself Tony Montana, so I'm okay with that. But
his character.
If we're gonna put him against Nino, it's a toss up, man.
You got the crazy ass Colombian Cuban.
I can't choose.
And a nigga in the hood.
I can't choose between Nino and Tony Montana. I can't.
This nigga Scarface had This nigga had countries behind him.
Who you choosing?
He had countries behind him.
It's crazy.
Nino wanted to be Tony.
He had countries fucking shit up for him. He had Colombians. He had Cuba.
The block. Nino had the block, right? But Tony had international. He was international. So yeah.
And he took over.
Ain't gonna take over the mafia.
Yeah, he took over the man.
Okay, and y'all might be a little bit right. He's one to do the dirty work where like sawing motherfuckers' limbs off and shit. But you're right. Nino only did a little bit of work. Yeah. Everybody else do his shit.
Nino had one rule. He told that nigga. He said, "If this
real live military soldiers though, like this nigga Scarface
said, if I find out he's police, I'm gonna kill you." Scarface said the exact same thing to the homie. He told him.
I don't like that either though.
He said
just because he got with your sister, he married her. Nigga. He loved her.
But he didn't know that. He didn't
know that.
No. This is a code to be between bros. He told him that he was genuine.
But she's messing with niggas in the bathroom before she
met. It don't matter.
But she's messing with niggas in the bathroom. That's
I agree with that. I understand that.
This is his brother. He told his brother.
Don't touch my sister.
Do not do it, nigga.
Don't touch her.
He got
I'm telling you, there's a whole bunch of other women.
Violated his brother, and he didn't know that. He didn't know.
He fell in love with her though, so
it doesn't matter. He
didn't know that he was going to take it that far.
Because if I told you to stay away from her, how can you fall in love?
She pushed on him. It's in the car. He's like, take my sister home after he smacked her.
I told you to stay away. How can you fall in love?
How you staying away when you told him to take her home after she beat her ass?
By taking her home.
She pressed him in the car.
No, man, you gotta.
He did. But I'm saying she has something to do.
See, I believe this.
So
when a motherfucker tell me they love me, it's not something that you see. Love ain't something that you say.
This is R. Kelly shit. You gonna let a girl tell you take it? No, bitch, go over there. Don't tell this little girl because she was younger. She's a little sister.
That was the same age.
Tony Montana's sister.
No, he was 30, but his homeboy was 25 and she was 22.
Listen, they were best friends.
His homeboy was.
But he was 25. He was 25.
Leave her alone.
The homie was supposed to stay loyal to Tony.
And she just turned 18 because the party at the club.
I got you out of Cuba. I thought you was out here living like trash. We came up together. You might die.
The club where she was at doing a whole bunch of cocaine and
supposed to stay loyal to the homie.
She just turned legal.
Oh,
so leave her the fuck alone.
18,
don't
25
touch my fucking sister.
See, I could understand 22, 25.
No, I gotta kill you.
Yeah, I could understand 22, 25, but 18.
Okay. Let's go back to
I know he overreacted because that was his right hand man, and he needed that.
But you fucked my sister though.
He needed that nigga when they all came rushing the house. He needed his right hand man.
Yes, he did. If Manny was alive, Tony might still be alive.
They might have had a shot at.
That's all I'm saying.
They might have had a shot at.
That's all I'm saying.
They might have had a shot at.
That nigga was a hitter though.
Yeah, he killed his wife.
We say Manny, shoot this motherfucker. He shot the big head. Manny was a killer too though.
He shot it.
Manny was loyal.
But you killed, you did something I told you not to do.
But you died because you killed this nigga.
Why you just can't stay loyal to your nigga?
Yeah.
It's like
why you can't
discipline yourself. It's like a legal tender too.
Have you guys seen that?
Illegal tender? It's cold.
You gotta watch that. It's cold.
Crazy.
It's cold. The wife turned. They started going after the wife because the dude was fucking the boss's niece.
Are we still on camera?
And she ended up falling in love with the dude.
It's a great interview.
But he was only supposed to be taking her to school because she just turned 18. But she ended up fucking him, falling in love with him. But he was tossing dope for the big boss.
He was already married.
He was already married and everything. He had a baby on the way, and she ended up falling in love with him. But one day she went to her little room, and she took her pills, and she overdosed. And then he ended up getting killed by the big boss. They put a hit out, but that no one felt comfortable with the big boss's wife living. So they were chasing her for 21 years with her son until they went to Puerto Rico and killed her. His name was Javier Cordero.
She knew how to hide for that.
She did, and she had another son on top of that.
You can hide for 21 years. You're pretty damn good at hiding.
They
killed the niggas that was trying to kill them.
Yes. She went to kill the niggas that was after them. The OG was satisfied that her husband was dead. He didn't feel safe that the wife was still alive and the son.
And she had nothing to do with it.
And she had nothing to do with it. Right. And they went to protective custody, but they told him there ain't nothing they could do about it. They couldn't put him in there.
This is based on a true story too?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, this is crazy. I need to see that.
Man, you gotta watch Illegal Tender. It's
Tender.
Hard. I'm telling you, that bitch was gangster. The mama was gangster. He's like, Mom, you got guns? What the fuck, man?
He didn't even because she had to because they're trying to kill her for 21 years. And he like 17, 18, some shit, so he don't even know.
She fucked up though by going to that local grocery store, seeing the old gangster's wife. And she saw her and she put the word out that she was in that city. And then they connected the dots, end up following her. And then but she told the son to come with her. The son didn't want to listen. So they end up coming that night at like 1 a.m.
Got him?
No, he shot their ass up.
Oh shit, yeah, you gotta defend yourself.
Yeah. She took him downstairs where that safe was.
Yeah, popped his ass. Mm-hmm. You tried to kill my son?
Yep.
He wasn't even born when that shit happened.
Remember when they left and they came back and they started shooting upstairs and shit with the other son.
The nigga wasn't satisfied that they killed the husband because he was messing with the sister. They wanted to kill his wife and the son because
I
she was
think
pregnant.
He named the club after his sister. Yeah, I believe. He named the club after his sister in Puerto Rico.
He should have called his
The son was crazy. He went out there to ask the gangster that killed his dad
to stay away from his mom.
To stay away from his mom. Like, what did he want from his mom? But his mom was smart enough. All the money that his dad was making on the streets, his mom was taking it and putting it into stocks and investments.
She followed that nigga because she knew he was going to Puerto Rico. That's when she popped the nigga like, no, we ain't talking. Bow and killed that nigga like game over. And his son was like, what the fuck? Yep. Come on, let's go.
The son started questioning the mom though before he even went. Yeah. He told his mom, he said, I never questioned why we live so well. You move, we move with no questions. Just for some phantom reason, you just can't tell me why we keep moving. But the people was after him. She didn't have a choice. When I say they was fucking running, they was running. But she was laying them niggas down every time they came to the cribs.
They came to the house and she shot like 10 niggas. They had Uzis and all that shit blasting out. She said, no. She said, get down. Get the little boy in the room. She said, duck. She said, you get down. Mm-hmm. What? Get down. The older son. He got down. She came out that motherfucking house like Tony Montana. Mm-hmm. I said, God.
And she didn't go to jail when the detectives came because it was self-defense. Dude ran up in the house and she shot that nigga right. Bing, and he fell right on the floor. I was like, yeah, she was gangster. You gotta watch it. Definitely watch it.
She was awesome, like to kill. Like,
yeah.
She was awesome. Man, that movie.
So it took 21 years before they finally got her.
And then
she went and killed them.
She
got tired of them shit.
Waited 21 years to find them and dies. What happened?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, so she went and found them.
No, they found her. And then she killed them. Like, nigga, no.
Because the son went to visit them first because he wanted to know why they kept coming after them. But they beat his ass real bad. The son. And she went home and was like, "Oh my God, what did you do? Like, why did you go talk to him?
I told you." Got grown. He done thought he's strong.
Yeah.
He like, nigga, I got this.
Yep.
Now,
And he didn't have it. They beat that nigga ass. Sent him on his
way. He wasn't gangster enough.
Yeah.
He thought he was ready. He was not ready.
But the second time when they went back, he went with his mom. So
the real gangster had to show up.
Yeah.
Nigga, hold up. No, I thought I was ready, but no, man.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first ever watched it and they went back to that island, I thought that they was gonna die. But they did it so cold. She had the son, like it's a spot just like this. They're in the club in Puerto Rico.
And downstairs.
Mm-hmm. She had the son go upstairs while she snuck in the back door, and he thought he was gonna kill him. He was like, I tried to figure out why I was so dissatisfied even after your father died, after we killed your father. He was like, but it's gonna make me feel better when I kill you. And the mom was like, no, meet on me. She told him, look at me, and pow.
Wow.
All the gangsters came out. It was like 30 gangsters in all black. They chased him in a taxi. Remember the taxi?
They said, get out the car. They said, what? And what did he say?
They just wanted the gun because they never had a gun like that in Puerto Rico.
And they said, and that nigga said, he's like, that's gangster. You killed my boss. Yeah, in Spanish though, please. That's gangster ass shit you just did. Mm-hmm. I hated that motherfucker. Now I can take over. Now I'll run Puerto Rico. Just give me the gun and y'all can go.
And she gave him the gun and they dipped. Because she told them straight up, we don't have no business on this island.
So we out anyway.
Yeah. The niggas was happy that she killed the boss. It was
made it easy for them.
She gave him a good headshot.
I'm second in command. It's mine now.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you on the social media and stuff, because dang, we are going past 10 o'clock and stuff. And I know HYde likes me to let him know.
It's all good, yeah. Well, can we dump the last? Can we blast the last
Four Horsemen? The last three songs? Okay, yeah.
Whatever y'all want to do.
Four Horsemen, Texas Hold'em, and Paris 24/7.
So, I'm going to say this because that's not really.
That's not in there?
I see, no. I have Nipsey Blue. What's that one?
That's the one we did with NBA, but yeah, I want to play.
Yeah.
You don't want to? Or you...
No, I don't want to. I want to play Four Horsemen because that's
okay.
What he really
then
liked.
I'll replace that.
Yeah. That was nice though too.
That was nice, but it ain't touching Four Horsemen.
Man, I was in the studio with them when they made that.
Oh, for real?
It was nice. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
You was right
They
to die.
Took their time. Yeah, they took their time.
I'm sorry, Prince. Repeat those for me, please.
Four Horsemen, Paris 24/7, and Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, I liked the hook on the NBA one.
Yeah, he did that shit. I just wish he rapped on it.
I know. I was waiting for it. But I was like, nah. Then I had to catch it. I go back and I said, no, that's him on the hook. Mm-hmm. That's him on the hook. And then,
that's him.
And it's a nice hook. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice hook.
And then, an amazing artist.
And then the verse was nice. You killed the verse. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to go like how he do. Because you hear his songs, that's how he rap.
Okay.
So I was like, if you ain't gonna rap, I'm gonna rap like you.
He said, let me get this.
Yeah.
I got this for you.
Yeah. That was supposed to be, because at the time we did that too, I was looking for, this is before Fast 9 came out, we're trying to be in this competition. They had a competition to who the best song gets to be like theme song and shit.
Okay.
So we was aiming for it to be a theme song, and we didn't do it. You know, life happens and shit, but now I got connections where I'm trying to make movies.
Right.
I'm going to use that song in my movies and shit.
That's right. Yeah. That shit is dope, bro. Man, how important is the transition from the music to movies?
I'm still trying it. Like, we're doing like little snippets. Like, shout out to boy, Derek Molina. He camera dude we working with right now. That he's putting the shit out that it looks like a little movie, like Story of Prince Savage type shit. So we're trying to work on like movies in the future. I'm trying to produce Ocean's 14, but I'm going back to watch all the Oceans to like, okay, you gonna be this dude's son. You gonna be Bernie Mac's son and Bernie Mac's character. So when they die, it's like it combines with the story. Right. And I'll be Don Cheeto's son or nephew, whatever the fuck. and try to get them on a movie. I'm trying to. It's hard, but I like competition. So
that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. The movie thing is
it's pretty much like how I did boxing and rap. So
we go hand in hand with hip hop though and stuff. And I believe the movies is actually you make more money than the music. So it's definitely more effective than music.
So y'all ready to put that text hold them down?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. Savage. I ain't one of them singers. Yeah, I'm twisting my fingers. Yeah, I play with some dangerous. Yeah, she know that I'm dangerous. No, so ain't nothing to play with. You want to go with some gangsters. Yeah, no 100 I'm banging. I ain't one of them singers. I ain't one of them singers. Yeah, I'm twisting my fingers. Yeah, I play with some dangerous. Yeah, she know that I'm dangerous. No, so ain't nothing to play with. You want to go with some gangsters. Yeah, no 100 I'm banging. I ain't one of them singers, one of them singers. Think it's a drink, coming about that gauge. Old nigga thought I was saying I came with the gang. Yes, I was stepping away, didn't know what's calling the play. Predicting the future like I'm telepath. These niggas be watching but can't telegraph. Like a real fucking savages up in the language. I bring out the tool and I come for the damage like that. Give me the beat, I go hit. Break a whole pound to the brain. The girl bring my line and I smash. The car pulling up and I dash. Niggas ain't made for this, not 100 I'm dangerous. The burner I came with this. They think I play with Prince, I let the shots rain with this. Slave to this, no I'm not paid to miss this. Prince, I was greatest, it's made to win. You did not make the list, you better have came with you. Angel sing, know that I'm made for this. Can't find any ways to be. Some crap I played you with, I use it to flame you with. Flame you with. I ain't one of them singers. Yeah, I'm twisting my fingers. Yeah, I play with some danger. Yeah, she know that I'm dangerous. No, sir, ain't nothing to play with. You wanna go with some gangsters. Yeah, no 100 I'm banging. I ain't one of them singers. I ain't one of them singers. Yeah, I'm twisting my fingers. Yeah, I play with some dangerous. Yeah, she know that I'm dangerous. No, sir, ain't nothing to play with. You wanna go with some gangsters. Yeah, no 100 I'm banging. I ain't one of them singers, one of them singers. Fuck what you saying, my nigga. I'm losing my patience, my nigga. The down beyond something, my nigga. But here, my nigga, that patience, the care of my nigga. My ice is a pleasure, my nigga. Face of my nigga. Yeah, within the industry. Back in 1,000, you literally. Start getting money, fuck mystery. Fuck nigga, try to eat history. This be the trilogy. What's got an enemy? Switching my flow like a whole new identity. Life of the party, they're loving the energy. Trap house, nigga, we full of them findings. My niggas' house, we ain't taking pedigree. Ain't with the gang, the nigga, we athletes. Cooking the stove, I made a new recipe. I ain't one of them singers. Yeah, I'm twisting my fingers. Yeah, I play with them dangerous. Yeah, she know that I'm dangerous. No, sir, ain't nothing to play with. We want to go with some gangsters. Yeah, no 100 I bang. I ain't one of them singers. I ain't one of them singers. Yeah, I'm twisting my fingers. Yeah, I play with them dangerous. Yeah, she know that I'm dangerous. No, sir, ain't nothing to play with. You want to go with some gangsters. Yeah, no 100 I bang. I ain't one of them singers. One of them singers. Slanging them balls and off in the head. That's 24/7. That parents for 24/7. Counting my fitting and printing the rare and fame go. Ain't my fault. That's murder's road. Slanging them balls and off in the head. That's 24/7. That parents for 24/7. Counting my fitting and printing the rare and fame go. Ain't my fault. That's murder's road. I promise you that at least I could see finishing you when you grew off in casualty. Ever so casually, niggas are hasty, mad at me, thinking I'm bringing my flip you back and be killing these niggas. I do it so classically. Hell, it's probably my masterpiece, pushing the bears, that money's go fast to me. What would you get in tragically? Counting the bands, we flying the friends. Got your bitch up in the trash, she doing no hands. We fly the blood in our spare, she screaming my name. I feel like the man, full of them Zans. Cash out a bag with the lands, a girl came in with pizzazz. Chains all down on my pants. Low guard stuck to the plan. My family not stuck in life is a blessing. I saw my daughter, no question, in love with the money, my only confession. Get off legit to Alexis, trapping from malice to matches. These niggas keep capping, I got fucking assassins. I paid the damage, you breaking and got it all back with a puddle with blood. And I ask her what happened. Balls and off in the hand, that's 24/7. That parents for 24/7, killing my fitting and predator rap and ain't my fault. That's murder's road. Slanging balls and off in the hand.
Ooh, wait, hold up. That shit was hot. What's the name of that track right there?
Paris 24/7.
Paris 24/7. You did that in Paris?
No, I never went to Paris yet.
Okay.
But we was in London at the time, about 2.5 years ago, and I wrote it.
You was in London?
Yeah, and I wanted to go to Paris, but my manager at the time said we can't make that. But I wrote that thinking that at the time, like, okay, we going to Paris next year. Like, no, we can't. We got to go back. So it was like a vision of if I was like, well, you know, that type of years. So maybe someday.
Hey, you was almost there though.
Yeah, we was almost there. It was close.
You was close to the motherfucker.
It was next door.
Yes, sir. It was almost like being in Phoenix and it was in Mesa. It's kind of,
pretty much. Yeah, right. It was that close. Like we could have drove in like 4 or 5 hours, but we could have did it. But
right.
But you know, yeah. I don't know if I want to play the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, let's slap another one.
You want to do that one real quick?
Then we could go ahead and
wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. I like to hear the music. The talent is dope. You know
thank you.
We got to put the talent out there. They got to know the talent is real.
With a full horse, taking the cash, running the stores, taking the shots and the losses. Don't really care what the cost is. For a horse, not for the fame, not for the endorsements. Fighting for what they enforce. They're gonna see the importance. For a horse, no time for games, stay your lane. Calling the Reaper and the Reaper came. No turning back as my hitters got aim. With a full horse. Taking the cash, running the stores, taking the shots and the losses. Don't really care what the cost is. Focus on the tables, they act like our haters are fable. We fight and they say we're not able. We are not labels, we dare once I turn on the cable. They wonder why we so unstable. They constantly hate us, our houses, they rent us, our country, they rape it, they try to display it. They need my reparation and my 40 acres. They get them the message as soon as we spray them. 100 round Charlie, I'm dead on the pavement. They try to call with, but the law will not save them. Today is the day that I make you as famous. I hit the alarm, but I'm gone like a raven. Those at the under my presence like Rambo, we snatch up the set from the spirit together. My brothers, we thicker than leather. We try to get tested, you hit with a shot. Beautiful horse, taking the cash, running extortion, taking the shots and the losses. Don't really care what the cost is. For a horse, not for the fame, not for the endorsements. Fighting for what they enforce. They're gonna see the importance. For a horse, no time for games, stay your lane. Calling the Reaper and the Reaper came. No turning back as my hitters got aim. Beautiful horse, taking the cash, running the stores, taking the shots and the losses. Don't really care what the cost is. For a horse.
Off on some little shit. Been that way since high school, but don't get it twisted. Still got a team. Came from the money, that's hustle shit. Never kiss no ass, real nigga, and he won't start the day. Fuck being a slave, take it to my brick and pay me like a lame and niggas get paid. Nigga, even know bitches, but I'm thinking riches. Always say, but I be feeling nigga, yeah, asshole, but in a good way, just a humble nigga. Nigga 6 figures, really see my vision. What a big picture, ain't my hand is swishy. Just a nigga that created wacky. We're all about when you can't lie, that's everybody. Bottom line.
Taking the cash, running the extortion, taking the shots and the losses. Don't really care what the cost is. For a horse, not for the fame, not for the endorsements. Fighting for the God made another word. Only time is it. I travel some miles. They know I rise here. No stars stay high. For niggas they die here. They wanna ride away. They know what mine is. Never silent. Only time is it. I travel some miles. They know I rise here. No stars stay high. For niggas they die here. They wanna ride away. They never mind it. Never silent. Never silent. Get money on my way. These niggas stay talking, and that's what I'm sparking on. We're taking over from border to border. You better get slaughtered. These niggas get tired, never fuck harder. I'm the side, you are a martyr. He fell to a mortar. Until I approach him, he fell out of place, so I put him in order. Came for the gang and the shit duly noted. Said they was with us, but actually don't show it. And I became savage and they got the choking. Valuable lesson, and that's real important. Choose your friends wisely, cause niggas be scoping. They pray that you fall off or die for the hoping. As soon as you bounce up, they feel like you going. You nigga, positive. I'll try some mindset. They know I rise it. Those songs say highs it. For niggas, they die it. They wanna ride away. They know what mine is. Never side against. Only time is it. I'll try some mindset. They know I rise it. Those songs say highs it. For niggas, they die it. They wanna ride away. They never mind away. Never side against.
Finding memories, all of my enemies trying to constantly get to me. I'm finna be a real nigga, my rhymes, they extending me to be elite.
My fleet is a thing for the trees.
Riding in Explorer SUV, super clean. I show no empathy. My main responsibility is getting cheese by any means. I'm trying to get cheese and all of these niggas gon' hit on me. Probably cause we got some new mistakes. We pull up and skirt on niggas. All of these niggas, they hating. Probably ain't gay it.
Only time will tell. I'll travel some miles. They know I ride it. Those songs they hide. For niggas they die. They wanna ride away. They know it's my life. Never side of this. Only time will tell. I'll travel some miles. They know I ride it. Those songs they hide.
That nigga going.
I forgot about that song. That's been
That's a lot. That's a lot right there.
That's been a super minute.
Hey,
man, I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
I just want to say shout out to Pharoah Fletcher. That's the last person that put on that song. Shout out to Network from LMG. When I first really started in 2017 out here, we'd open the show together, open up for Benny Single.
Okay.
Over there, him. It was like when everything was kind of starting out here. Desert Baby was there. Sly Ruthless.
Okay.
Network. God, a whole bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? 2020. It was a beautiful moment. So I want to really quick clarify something just from earlier. I didn't get to tell the story, but I'm gonna just make it short about the comment with Drake getting shot in the wheelchair.
Okay.
The Maryville serial killer. I don't know if you remember who that was. The Maryville. I actually went to college with him out here in 2012, 2013 and shit. Getting my GED and trying to got my associates after. He was a super like nerdy, geeky type of dude, and I don't like bullies. I was friends with him. They'd like to pick on him. I'm like, bro, you stop messing with this nigga. You don't know what. I had a friend actually at the time that was like, hey, that nigga come back and try to shoot y'all niggas. And he was joking at the time, but I'm like, that shit happened, nigga. You seen the Grassy? I made that comment. Years later, I lost my aunt, my first aunt, and my 10-year-old cousin, her daughter, in Maryville. He killed them. He killed a whole bunch of people, but they was unfortunately, he didn't know that was my family. But later on, they showed the mugshot when they caught him a year later. It was, oh my God, that's it. What? Damn. Yeah. So that's what that story go into. But
damn, I can't believe it.
Yeah. So shout out to OG Sticc HYde. Shout out to Yolanda Hunt. Shout out to Lasdar Ray. You didn't get to hear the Four Horsemen. I'm gonna explain that a little bit for a second. You didn't get to hear Smooth's verse. She cut it, but go back and listen to the song. His verse is probably the hottest on there. When I was making that song, we was at a hotel, I forgot where, and it was kind of like an oldish Western type of restaurant in the hotel. And I was telling them the idea, like, yo, I shout out to KIG. He makes most of the beats, the best beat maker I know so far.
Man, your beats is hot.
Yeah, the beat hot. KIG with them beats, man. Shout out to KIG. I said, driving the Porsche,
have a whole vibe with your movie.
Yeah, like KIG on the beat, and it's brand new. Like KIG, shout out to him. But me and Smooth was out there making he was helping me with the Four Horsemen, and he was giving me these ideas. He's like, because I didn't know where I was going with it with the hook.
Right.
I'm like, this is what the beat makes me want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Smooth was like, this could tell a story, my nigga. The Four Horsemen, we gotta do a video. We gotta put on old cowboy stuff and riding horses. I'm like, I wanted to do that. So he's like, yeah, we gotta do something like this nigga on here, and you got with the Four Horsemen, and then we freeze frame and start blasting with you.
Right.
So he was a big help. Yeah, he was a big help. And then you hear his verse. He went so on like R.P. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor. You just have to hear his verse. He just like finished the finishing touches on that song. So shout out that nigga for that.
Listen, this is the Four Horsemen song is awesome.
Lasdar R.A. and Smooth G the General.
Well, it's kind of like it's political, right?
It's very political, and it was a lot to. I wasn't going that direction at first. My mind didn't click, but he was like, bro, he did, and he was like, you need to make this more political, nigga. All the shit that's going on right now, and I'm like, oh my God, you right. So we wrote our verses together. He came to the hotel we was at that time. I had a show that night too, and he came to that one all night, pissing her off because they have like this brother kid sister brother relationship, but they love each other but hate each other at the same time. We was outside by the pool writing the entire time, making sure the shit was straight. We recorded the next day after we had the performance. So yeah, shout out to Last Dark Ray, shout out to Smooth for that. That's the 4 Horsemen. Money. Not Money Calling. Time will tell. That was me. I did that, and Pharrell just came with the second verse and was hot on that. So shout out to him. Yeah.
Man. So what's next for you?
I'm working on another project because most of what you hear is Power Baby. That was my first album.
Okay.
I haven't released Power Baby 2 yet, but I'm already working on Power Baby 3.
Okay.
Trying to get into movies. Hopefully beat my diabetes and get back into boxing or something involving boxing because it's still in my heart. Yeah. And train you for that fight.
I'm a sponge.
We're gonna go easy on you. I'm gonna have all the OGs, the boxers heads too, and all that. Like they gonna work with you, nigga. Like you gonna be. It's gonna be. You gonna look like Deontay look now, nigga. Deontay was skinny as fuck at first. Now nigga looking big, buff as hell with his Fury fight. You gonna be talking about some to this day when you fight Platinum. It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna go time. Yeah, man. It's a pleasure having you on the show, man. Man, you dropped a lot of jewels today, man. This was pretty dope ass interview.
And the fucked up part is she only dropped 6 songs. There's a whole 60 that is out there.
Where can they tap into?
Oh man, Pandora, Spotify, Deezer, YouTube, of course, iSound, iCloud. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on there a lot. That's where I really make bread. What's the other one? iTunes, Google Play.
Hell yeah.
I said Spotify, right?
Yep. So pretty much all the digital
all the platforms.
Yep, all the digital.
Just put in Prince Savage. It's crazy because I did a show last night, and my cousin I had someone do my live for me, but he was also filming while I was getting filmed by my cameraman. And on his live, and I can send you the screen. I posted it. You liked it, actually. You did. It shows on the bottom where it's like you can listen to I did my brand new. So right. Just press this button, and I'm like, do they really recognize my song just for me performing? And I clicked on it. It took me to Spotify and put up brand new. So I'm like, God, what?
I'm in there.
I've been there, nigga.
Yes.
So yeah, you can really find me. Just put up Prince Savage, and I'll pull up.
Hell yeah, that's love. Well, man, thank you for coming to the Blunts and Brews show, man.
Anytime.
We're gonna have to do it again whenever you release the new album and stuff. We're gonna have to get it out there to the people so they can.
I'll call you in your line first. I'm gonna hit y'all the first people I hit up, nigga. This was really one of the best interviews I had in a minute. This was lit. So.
Yes, sir. Man, I love the knowledge about the boxing and stuff.
That shot you had though.
Oh, it wasn't even that strong. That was good though. Like,
yeah, it was real smooth. Okay,
I'm still driving tonight.
So I'm good.
I'm glad we wasted this little 2 hours though, because I'm like,
right.
Cop pull me over, nigga. I'm good, nigga. Like,
right. What liquor?
What liquor?
Oh man, thank y'all for tapping into the Blunts and Brews show. I'm your host, Sticc. Hey, Prince Sav. Man, thank y'all for tapping in. And yada, we out, y'all.
Shout out to Keenan Carbonell and David Benavidez. Catch They Fight Showtime pay-per-view November 13th.
Hey.